There's other ones now.
That's right. Hello, welcome to the Land of Prova. This is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition homebrewed adventure, and today we're looking forward to some fun and some shenanigans, as they were. Quick recap as to what's happened thus far. The group has decided to get captured so that they can find out where the lair of the vampires are in town. And so some of the group has gone in that direction to look at some of the old houses and try to get captured by them to figure out where everybody's at and to figure out where their enemies are, because they're kind of hard to find at the moment. However, the other half of our group is down in the sewers still, because Darkshade, having gone into a crazy rage / killing spree, was turned into stone by his fellow comrades, and they left him down there to kind of cool off a little bit, and they left Maeve in charge. And Maeve, being Maeve, the amazing Maeve, she doesn't like to listen to advice very often. And so we're going to pick up right there with Darkshade on the field. And ooh, that was a new camera function. Let's go ahead and take that off. That was fun. Yes, so Maeve has found her way onto, been left with a pearl to unstonify her comrade. And at this point, from Darkshade's perspective, since Maeve is not here today, the first thing to come back for you is your hearing. It's a very slow process coming back from stone. A little bit painful, a little bit, a little traumatizing, as it were. You still are in Dark Shadow's form.
Yeah.
But as you start hearing the sounds of some kind of a battle going on. You hear spells being cast in the background. You hear Maeve yelling at you to hurry up. You're not really sure what's going on, because after a few seconds, then suddenly your eyes start to kind of defrost, as it were. And you can see Maeve, and she is just punching the tar out of some of these vampires. But as soon as your eyes are visible and you're able to look with your eyes, you start seeing that the room is covered in vampires. The other spellcaster is in the room, and he is doing his best. No, that's all you. The spellcaster is in the room. The rat, Obi, is doing his very best to take these guys back and then knock them back alongside Maeve, and they are quickly being overrun. It's at this moment you see one of the vampires hold up Obi, the rat, against the wall. The wizard. And slowly, ever so slowly and viciously, just stab him and pin him to the wall, leaving the sword and leaving him dangling with his feet.
Wow.
And so he just stays there and just kind of slumps slightly, and you see them just so excited that they have finally destroyed this foe that they've been looking after for so long. Maeve, on the other hand, is still putting up a fight, as Maeve does. And instead of killing her, you see that they surround her and smash her on top of the head and just grab her and start dragging her off. It's at this moment you see one of them looking straight at you. He says, "What about this one?" "I think that's just some ugly statue they brought down here. Just leave it." He kind of looks at you, and you see him kind of scratching at your face. And you can hear it kind of, the nail, almost like metal, scratching at stone. I don't know who would ever want some ugly statue like this. It's twisted. And he turns around and they start walking out. You also see that they start grabbing some of the things that are in the back. And so the journals that you had once found are now being taken away, along with a bow that is a very beautiful bow. Oh, did you have them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. You see them grabbing anything else that they can find and getting a hold of, and they just leave.
Thank God we got the women and children out.
Yeah. Yes.
This is not within a mile of where we are at, right?
No, it is not.
Okay, so we're not in telepathic range for Maeve to yell for help.
It takes you an additional 2 hours before you finally
kind of just
yeah.
and I'll just break out of it.
And finally, when you break out, you feel exhausted just for a few moments as you're catching your breath, as you haven't been breathing this entire time. And as you do, even you look beside you, and there's Shadow next to you. You are no longer in dark shadow form. Yeah, what do you do? You are alone.
Okay. When I come to, I kind of just like let out this like animalistic roar, like deep and girthy, like deep from inside, right? And I can tell, you can see that like Shadow's kind of like almost skittish, right? And then as I come to, I'm just kind of like almost like kind of like hysterical, almost kind of like a little bit, just like ha, finally. And I kind of just like look up and down my arms and just kind of feel I'm finally back, right? But nobody else can kind of really tell, but I'm definitely not the same as I was. I'm definitely a little bit more cocky, a little bit more self-confident,
a little more ruthless.
Yes, for sure. And I'm just kind of, where did those vampires go off to? Where'd they go, Shadow? Did you get your scent? I want to see if like you can kind of track kind of the direction that they went. I got a bone to pick with that one.
Shadow at this point even looks like something's bothering her. Like she's even kind of like, looks like she's stretching, trying to get something off, and she's got this whimper about her. And so at your command, she kind of like straightens up a little bit and kind of starts obeying because she's a part of who you are. And she starts sniffing around the area, trying to pick up a scent. Go ahead and do a perception check. One's for you and one for Shadow as well.
Okay, purple for me, green and black for Shadow.
All right.
Shadow's on point.
So Shadow, natural 18.
Okay.
And I did a 2, but my perception's a plus 13, plus 10. So I did a 12, but he got 18, I think it's plus 6. So 24 perception.
Okay. Shadow obviously picks up the scent of the vampires.
Vampires are me.
Definitely the vampires.
Yeah, I don't care about Maeve at this point. I'm going after the vampire.
Poor Maeve.
I'm not saying you care about
Poor
it.
Maeve. Maeve, we love you.
Better, I would think.
As you see that she's picked up the scent and is about to go out of the sewers, you see that she stops and she smells and she looks behind herself into the room that you're currently standing in. You're not really sure exactly what it is that she's picked up on, but you know that she's picked on something else.
Okay. What is it, Shadow? I told you to find that vampire woman. What are you doing? What are you waiting for?
She kind of whimpers a little bit. Roll. Ooh, this is going to be a different one. Oh man, what would this be?
Intimidation?
Yeah, roll intimidation on your part.
Right.
We're going to see how intimidating you are. I mean, you're obviously very intimidating. But let's see if she gets past your intimidation.
Okay, so 15.
15. So you are very intimidating. And so she shrugs and just starts heading out, and you just follow, I assume, right?
Uh-huh.
What you miss is that the hand of Obi is reaching out to you just for a moment and then falls.
Yeah, Darkshade does not care about Obi at all.
Yeah, miss him. So you're now on the hot trail of the vampires. We're going to go ahead and cut from here and go back to our third floor. And it's at this point... Yep, there you go. So the two that are still visible are Cam and Kaim, not Cam, and Pavel are in that bedroom over there in the front. Yep.
Yeah, I was in.
Gaseous form, and you guys are in that little living room area.
You're in gaseous form?
No.
I am.
Just you, right?
Mhm.
So the three of us are still visible.
I thought you were in Gus. You're not Gus's phone either anymore?
Ooh,
No,
this
I
camera is
never went.
He's staying in talk room.
not happy with me.
Who are you talking to? Yeah.
The vampires.
Yep. And so you.
Alright, well, that's why we have a backup. Well, I was going to cast polymorph on him too, but...
So into the room, you start seeing one vampire, and he looks very large and obviously not tan. He's very pale in complexion, but he gives you that kind of I've been working out kind of a guy. He doesn't look like the vampires that you've seen, especially not the ones that you've seen in Goldcrest. And basically, he sees you as you guys have disguised yourselves as rats, and he's making jeering remarks at the fact that you guys are rats. He says, "Oh, what are you filthy creatures doing here?"
Oh, I took off my disguise, so I am me now.
That's right.
I seeminged you. I used seeming on everyone. I used the spell seeming on everyone.
Mm-hmm.
What does that do? Remind us?
Makes
Makes them look like rats?
Yeah, it's essentially
I did...
Like, so,
the
like-
spell allows you to change the appearance of any number of creatures that you can see within range. You give each target you choose a new illusionary appearance. An unwilling target can make a charisma saving throw if it succeeds. It's unaffected by the spell.
So was I...
Can they drop it though?
What did you say? I was already doing disguise self for my hat. So I think that might have been what I was...
Okay, so you could do seeming just for Pavel then at that point. That's fine. He looks over at you and says, "Oh, that's why you smell delicious. Oh. It's been a while since I've had rabbit." And as you hear this, you hear the sounds of footsteps coming up the stairs. This is the one that you would know that was the dog that was outside is now coming to the house. And you see him coming up the stairs now fully as a vampire himself. Very much almost the twin of the first one. And as he makes his rounds and comes into the room as well, you hear him say, "What is that smell? That smells delicious." Oh,
Do
we
they
haven't.
know that I'm over here?
They have not seen. As of the last time, they have not. They picked up on the fact that you guys are in the room at all.
Was Calcifer with us?
Calcifer is not with you. He is doing his own thing at the moment.
That sly Calcifer.
Mm-hmm. He went off to go and see one of the places that was the hideouts with all the other rats to figure out if they were what was the status of those places. You see that both of the vampires are just sniffing the air, and then they lock eyes with you. You wanted to do something?
Well, I was going to ask them, tell me, what do you fear the most?
I'm just gonna be like quivering like a little rat. Just be like, ah, scary vampires.
They start turning back and forth to each other and start speaking.
What are they speaking?
It's an old language. It's not. It's like old English would be for us, right? So you pick up on the words, but it's arranged in a way that is. It's arranged in a way that's difficult for you to kind of comprehend what the full meaning of it is.
If I cast comprehend language, is it like an informal language that they've done, or is it?
It's more like if you were to read Shakespeare. You can probably pick up on most of it because it's all English, but it's such an old way of speaking.
Okay,
Like, what does it mean
you can speak the language doesn't mean you know their code.
Yeah.
No, I know.
And so you hear them talking, and what you can pick up on is, this one is as tasty as the others. Someone's going to want to take a taste. And so you're like, oh, okay, maybe that's... They're talking about taking you guys. The two of you who are outside the room, go ahead and do a perception check.
I guess it's gonna be you two that get captured.
No, not any caption.
Natural 20.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
One.
You see nothing.
Balancing the
You're
universe.
gas. You can't see nothing.
I know.
have
You guys something?
Me? No,
Yeah. Okay.
no. I'm,
You're just quivering as a rat.
don't eat me.
Um,
Don't take me, bro.
up the stairs, you hear 3 more sets of footsteps coming up. As they come up, you start seeing them talking and looking at these two. And they're all using that same code, but what you get is the other job is done. Let's hurry up here. I'm getting hungry. They just ignored your question about what it is that they fear.
Fair enough.
So this kind of ignoring these guys in here, they kind of keeping an eye on them, or what?
The ones that are in the room first, the 2 that are in the room
Yeah.
first, they haven't stopped looking at Lavelle, actually. They keep taking like big whiffs, almost like you walk into a home and if they're cooking a roast and the roast just fills the room. They're looking at you with that same kind of hunger.
Tasty.
Yeah. They're saying prime meat.
I mean, yeah, I'm a pretty persuasive, charismatic guy. You know, I know how to play the part.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be like, looking all shifty, like looking for the windows, I'm like, just acting super scared out of my mind. I'm trying to think like what a ratkin who's caught in this place trying to get his stuff back would do. I don't know, he'd probably just make a break for it.
Like a rat stuck in a cage.
Yeah. So like the moment they make a move at him, not at his full speed, but like close to it, he's gonna like make a break for the window.
Animals when they are, well, not animals, predators when they're stalking their prey, you can see they kind of get lower to the ground and they are waiting for that one moment of eye flicker just so they can pounce. Do you go and look behind you at all to see the window?
Yeah.
As soon as you look,
there's like one window right here, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As soon as you glance at the window, the 2 that were at the door are now next to you, and they're grabbing a hold of you. And they say, "Why have this silly disguise? We know what you are. The master let us taste it once. Why don't you come with us now?"
I want to cast Modify Memory on
Okay.
that guy then. And if that.
He's gonna detect thoughts.
That's a 7th level. Do I want to go all. Oh, wait, no, it's not.
It's 5th level.
Wait, what's it? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'll do Modify Memory on him to try to change his interaction with what he tastes to something so foul and unwanted that he would never want to taste again, like Brussels sprouts.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that'll do it for me.
In the most extreme
love
case
Brussels
where he got sick and he got ridiculed and banished
Bacon.
by the person who gave it to him.
Okay.
Just go down that route.
What is the save on that?
Wisdom, 18.
Oh, okay. Here it goes. And you cast it on one of them, yes?
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you cast, the other 3 that are still at the door all look at you. The one that you cast it on definitely like lets go, and you see him kind of like visibly gag as he grabs his mouth, and the other one just pushes him away like, more for me. You see his fangs getting longer and he's getting closer to you.
I'll cast the same thing on the other.
All right, let's do.
Yeah, should we just be like an initiative now? How is it?
Are you ready?
Or what?
Is it? Yeah, kind of.
Do you want to go with initiative and start a fight, or do you want to?
Well, this is more low key. Not
I feel like
Well, they
casting
can-
a spell directly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
And
You cast-
there's 5
the other-
vampires, and you're like,
Let me see.
modify one's memory. Like, they're not all gonna like ignore you while you do that.
Yeah, they're seeing the other three are like looking straight at you. If you cast it again, they're gonna attack.
No, I will. I'll leave it at that then.
Okay. One of the three that's at the front door looks at you and says, "If you'd like, you can come with us willingly, or we can cut you up a bit and lose some of our dinner, which no one here wants."
I'll return the kindness. If you would like, you can leave. Safe and sound. Say that you never saw us. And we put this all behind us.
Oh,
Can I do a persuasion?
it's not gonna work either way.
Like right next to you, here, Pavel go, I surrender.
I surrender! I surrender! We can't give up.
Can you
I
forgive
give up.
my friend? Just take us.
You realize as the two now still grabbing Pavel grab a hold, even the one that's got his mind modified. These guys are actually quite strong, like very strong. They even lift you up off the ground, and you still have the weight of all your mail.
I'm a hefty boy.
You're a very hefty boy, and they lift you up off the ground, and they kind of give you a look of, "Oh, this is going to be delicious," and they start just taking you out. The other three are coming up on you. You see they're reaching for their weapons. Are you going to go willingly? You hear one of the three say, "Now, don't cause a fight. The fear, the adrenaline always messes with the blood. Makes it less desirable. Keep in mind,
Which one looks the biggest and most?
they look all three equally
Badass.
badass."
You hear like Pavel's being pulled away here. I'm like, just go with him. we can't win this fight.
Chain lightning.
Yeah, but
Nice.
we're not trying to win.
I know. Okay.
We're trying to get captured and get information.
Let's talk to him about this already.
I was the whole
I don't want to go willingly.
It wasn't that I was captured though.
Well, somebody didn't
I know.
hide.
He didn't go into
And they didn't notice
Right
me. So
So yeah, so we had
Change
to
of plans.
adjust. I'm assuming you're hiding now, right?
yeah, I'm in the other
I
room,
will
like
go
Under
with
the
you.
bed.
in the closet
Then we make a deal.
for the first time in a long time.
Absolutely. We promise not to harm you. And you see them all three looking at you like, whatever. Like, it doesn't even take a roll to figure out.
recognition? Because isn't he from this? You're from this town, right?
Oh, they don't really care at all.
No.
You see them.
Vampires are new in the area.
Yeah.
Newish. They've been here a couple of years.
4 years, yeah.
But it's enough to know, like, I mean, you're a recluse, right? Kind
Yeah, you never made me out.
of. Okay.
You see that. Actually, do a quick perception check for me, real quick. This is just for Kime.
I'll telepathically
Yeah.
you can see him.
Mm-hmm.
24.
24. They're coming towards you, and one of them has a bracelet in their hands, an open bracelet. The kind that if you put it around your wrist, it's going to snap. Because of your arcane knowledge, you would know that this is something that's meant to stop magic from happening. It's a blocker.
Oh.
So if he puts this around you, you're not going to be able to use any magic. You catch it before he comes to you. Do you want to try to get your hands, try to avoid it, or are you going to let him snap this thing on you?
Did he take it off of him and he's coming toward me with it?
He's coming towards you with it. He's trying to be a little sly,
Is it
but you
on,
caught it.
on him right now, or is it just?
It's just in his hand. And it's only one bracelet, but he's already rolled his dexterity to get it on you as quick as possible. You can try to contest it if you so desire.
Yeah.
All right, roll dexterity. The DC on this is 20.
Oh man. Well, I got a
Not 20.
I got an 8,
An 8?
but he gets a 2. I'm gonna change that.
He gets a 2?
Yeah.
How does he get a 2?
He's important?
Yeah.
Oh, because you, you have that on your thing. Okay, let's see what the other two roll.
Oh, yeah.
Animation?
20 and 24. So the first one fails. And it's almost like, for whatever reason, he trips a little bit and stumbles as the other two grab you and shove you against the wall. And they kind of look at their fellow like, what's wrong with you? Like, get over here. And he kind of like looks around. There's nothing on the ground. He didn't trip over anything for whatever reason. And he reaches over and he snaps it.
They put one on me?
No, there was only one.
No, they haven't yet.
Yeah, we're good, bud.
You haven't shown them any magic, though.
You haven't shown them any magic, so they don't know.
Yeah.
And they start...
All I know is I'm a snack.
That's right. And so they lead you out of the house. I'm assuming the two of you guys are following at a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
You realize that there is an
Are you just,
additional...
like, sneaking, or are you...
I'm like hidden in the other room right now, just listening to all of this.
No,
happen.
but like when they take us and you're gonna follow.
Yeah, I also have my mental link with all of you still.
Okay. Are you gonna like?
Oh, that's
good. You're gonna like go invisible.
Oh.
Or...
What about our earrings? We still have those, right?
Oh yeah, your Rocky Talkies.
I don't know. Like we haven't needed them in so long.
Well, they're all earrings. You guys would have taken
No,
them.
I know that, but I don't know if I would keep wearing them. If I
would
use it, I'd be like, we have our telepathic link.
Yeah, why would it? Why
keep
down?
that?
Why
I don't
down
think
still?
I'd have it in. Yeah.
Well,
All right,
He
so
doesn't have one.
I'll try and observe. Let's see.
the two of you guys do a
So you're
perception check
invisible,
as well.
Would Mordai just follow behind, like trying to sneak, or would he
is
cast
it
magic?
like locked onto me?
It's nighttime, right?
Yes.
Does it have like pick?
Do you want to get
No,
together and you
there's
fly
no
to the
pick.
room with darkness?
As soon as the clasp connects, it all
That's
becomes
so
one
nice.
ring, solid.
But
It can be undone with magic, but you can't
cast
use
I'm
magic.
really-
Or I can cut my own hand off.
That is also an
Tell
option.
me to get out.
Yeah. I'm not really.
But then
Really?
somatic
I only get
components
one hand
become.
off. You still have the break. No, the other.
Are they like
hands
hands
up?
shackled or is it just?
No, it's just on
What's the
one.
bracelet?
It's just on one.
Mhm.
I don't know if they get
The way they came at you, I
right or
definitely
not,
thought
but
they
I
like
just-
cuffed you or something.
No.
Oh, that's a good point.
So the two of you guys roll perception, right?
Oh, perception.
Yes. They have not seen you. They've rolled terrible on their perception checks.
Can I guidance?
Yeah, what a shit.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't check the whole floor. Like, come on. That's 101 shit.
23 total.
All right, so you definitely see it.
15.
You see the first thing. So the first thing is that as these 5 individuals are taking your comrades away, you're like, okay, it's all part of the plan. These guys look a little beefy, a little crazy. You look out the window because you're right against that wall behind the furniture, basically, and looking outside. And you realize that there's another 5 coming up to the house. These guys look a little worse for wear, like they got into a fight or something. They have some scratches on them. And you notice that these 5 are coming up to the house as well. What you notice is that one of them is carrying Maeve. Maeve is completely passed out and very unceremoniously being, like, just over the shoulder.
I'll whisper to Lyria.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes out as like a fart sound because you're.
Yep.
Can you talk in gaseous form?
I can't interact with anything, but if we have the psychic link, I'm assuming.
Oh, you guys don't have it!
There's no psychic link.
No,
anymore?
he's-
So you make
She
your...
will have the
crazy.
Rocky Talkie for sure because
I
she
do
has the
have
upgraded
Rocky
one.
Talkie, but
Yeah.
Well, you
So in
use
gaseous form, there is no rock. There is no
rock.
Taki. You can make your gaseous
She
form
can
look
hear
like a
you.
I
figure.
heard you.
She can hear you.
Okay.
I'll just missed out of this.
Are you going to say something? Are you going to wait until they leave the room, or are you going to say something while they're in the room?
I'll wait till you.
Okay, so you wait. Therefore, they don't hear you having this conversation.
Vampire hearing?
There we go. You see them all going out to the front. You guys definitely see Maeve.
Mhm.
And she looks a little like some gashes on her. And they're very happy. They're excited. You hear them say, Oh, we have rare meat here. This is going to be delicious. Oh, you think that's good? We have some of the old stock right here. Ooh. Oh, when the master let me have a piece, oh, it was so, just heavenly. And so they're just so excited about this whole haul. Oh, and we got a rabbit too. Oh, that's good. Better than the human filth we're used to eating.
He's a magic rabbit.
Did you say that?
Strict super kids.
Strict super kids.
No, I'm not saying it.
He's delicious.
Magically.
That's a little spice in the tongue. And so they start going back into these alleys and things that they've been using to like cut through the town. Most of them turn into different animals. Some of them turn into bats. Most of them turn back into the wolves. And the two that are now holding on to the two of you guys, one each, are staying as very nicely well-dressed gentlemen.
The one with Maeve, too?
Yeah, the one with Maeve is still there also. He's got the Maeve over the back. And
3 normal and then 7 animals.
7 animals. And the animals start taking off and going in different directions. But you can still see them. They're like over the rooftops, or they're hiding in the shadows type of thing. They don't want to make, a whole bunch of different animals running around. Someone's to be suspicious. So they're keeping themselves inconspicuous at the moment.
Because wolves walking through town, I guess they were like invisible wolves, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And so, because you know what to look for, you're able to see most of them. But there are some that have just disappeared completely and utterly, as if there's a spell on them to be invisible. With no magic whatsoever, you can't see nothing. You're just walking along.
I'm gonna be like trying to use the telepathic ring. I'm like, why is this not working? I'm like, Morna, drop the spell. They know who I am. It's fine. Just drop it. Morna, come in. Morna.
You have Cricket Mobile.
Oh, damn.
You have nothing. You are out of service. Cannot be.
Remember the disconnect.
I'd be like,
Just
oh, dark shade stone. That must be why.
So they start leading you down these paths and things. The place that they take you to is actually a blacksmith. And it's kind of a blacksmith. It's in kind of the slummish kind of an area. It's actually right on the border between...
slums here?
Yeah, so there's... well, that's actually where the entrance of the sewers that you guys found was in the slums.
Oh, that's right.
This is like on the border between like the middle class and the slums. And so because of that, there's not very many of these places to... have a lot of clientele and things like that. There's not a lot of shops. It's just this couple of shops. And so there's blacksmiths there. And so they just walk straight into the blacksmiths. You see the blacksmith in the back as he's hammering away at something. And
Human?
yes. But for whatever reason, he's not even paying any attention to the amount of animals and the prisoners who are just walking into the place. And as you do, there's some doors off to the side, and as you go through those doors, you realize that this whole place is just a front. There's a whole underground area to this. After a while, cutting through different tunnels and things to that effect, they split you up. One of you goes in one direction, the other one goes in another. You two are following the entire time at a distance. Whom would you like to follow?
Can he get in? As just a normal...
He's a rat.
I'm still disguised as a rat, but I'm also extra
Are
stealthy.
you still a smoke? Are you still in gaseous form?
That's right.
That's only her.
She's only in gaseous form.
Oh, okay.
Mordai's just Mordai.
Okay.
That seems to be a rat,
Okay.
right? Is that how
Are you
it works?
yeah.
I'm
sneaky
disguised as a rat.
Yeah.
So then you're following along, and you can actually see them go into the blacksmiths. It's at that point that you would stop. You're still following as gaseous form. Are you going to follow?
I'm gonna probably. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
You can probably keep to the roof.
Right. It says I can go through.
Seems like this
cracks and
blacksmith's
stuff.
seen some weird shit, so...
As soon as you go into the the blacksmith's area, you realize that you can tell that they've just shut the door. You know which door that they went through.
Yeah.
Do a quick perception check to see if you can see what's up with the blacksmith.
What's up with the black?
It would be about this time they're walking into this location that a shadow has gotten you to the manor. You've been following Maeve and that vampire group. There hasn't been any there's been a break into this building.
Yeah.
But other than that, there hasn't been any kind of struggles. There hasn't been any of that kind of things. And Shadow is now picking up the scent of more and where they're heading to.
Yeah.
You all have a link?
And who?
You and Shadow?
Yeah. Shadow
Yeah.
and I always have a link.
So could like Shadow, is it intelligent enough to tell you like, who's there? Or, like the smells? Like he knows your
Would Shadow
group.
recognize
Shadow's always with him.
Yeah, he can talk to me and tell me kind of like, yeah, like, I guess
Like,
I
yeah,
think
it's
so.
like
I think
feelings.
so. Yeah.
It's not really words. It's
It's
more
like
like
images.
emotions and images.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, yeah, it leads you up here. Like, you knew it had Maeve, but then it's like, oh, everybody else is here too. I
Yeah.
wouldn't know.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you would have known that everybody's there.
Yeah, but if you were there, like a fly on the wall watching Dark Shade, you wouldn't see that he.
No, I
like,
saw you eat a guy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
So he's
That's why we
like,
turned you to stone.
He's very
I
much
turned you to
like almost has like a sense of exhilaration. Like he's like leaping from like building to building, and he's like this is his first time being out in a long, long time, and he's just kind of stretching his legs and kind of seeing what this body can do, and he's just kind of like following his like shadows, kind of like going from shadow to shadow, just kind of tracking where this vampire went.
Okay.
Dark Shade is very much not so much concerned about the party, more concerned about the challenge and the prospect of going after that one vampire that put his finger on him.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of targeted him.
Yep.
Right? Like not a hunter's mark, but definitely very much similar to
Yep.
like a predator chasing its prey kind of mentality.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's where Dark Shade's mind's at, right?
Okay.
Right now.
I did forget to mention I did doodle on you while you were stone. I drew it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that because you guys
Yeah, and all of your primal.
in your
rage,
viciousness
face
and awesomeness, there's a.
It was on the stone shards that shattered. That's what that was.
Might not be the only one marked here pretty soon. All right, so what did you roll for perception on the 18? You see that the eyes of the blacksmith look glazed. Like
Oh,
he's here, he's working, but he's just going at his work. You had 18. You would also know that he has 2 piercings on his neck. You can only see one of them, but you're pretty sure that it's not just one little puncture wound he's got. He's got 2. He also looks like he's a little paler as well. But yeah, so he's working away. You slip under the door, and you start following these 2 as they're keeping on going down. You see that they get split.
yeah.
Who are you going to follow?
I see where they get split to.
You see which direction they're moving, but you can only follow one.
Is it like a hallway, or is it like a passage, like a secret passageway, or
Right.
is it like
It's just
Tunnel?
it's just basically
Tunnel?
yeah,
Tunnel?
it's like it's actually really well built. Actually, let me go and throw up one of these maps for you guys can see what kind of a layout this is.
We stand in front of each other as we get
By
split
the
up.
blacksmith.
And Mordai's still in the outside? Are you in the outside? Or are you
Yeah. I'm
So
right
this
outside.
is the blacksmiths.
Because
Yeah, I'm just kinda- yeah.
anything that we say, they're gonna hear.
Can be used against us in a court of law.
Exactly. I've done that a lot.
There we go. So as you can see, this
like it's my job.
it's almost like there's a cathedral underneath. There's very, very spacious areas.
Oh, so
There's
does it look
lots
new?
of no. This
This
is
like new, like, hey, these guys built a tunnel. Or it's
It's
like,
not like
Mm.
2023 remodel.
Yeah. So this is very well stocked.
is there
very
a shadow
well
of a
organized.
guy? Like, it was burned by a dragon? Is that there?
No.
Oh.
But you do see this whole like it's very, very well built. But there's just multiple pathways that you can go, and so they take Pavel in one direction,
That way.
and then they take Kaima
They kind of
Get different.
from this
Yep.
direction here.
from one of the sides, and then
It's gonna have to be a,
split one direction, one direction.
It's gonna have to be a quick decision.
Mm-hmm.
I probably
Hi, guys!
go with Pavel.
Okay. So you're going to follow Pavel
We'll take
as
it
he
personally,
goes.
Fuck money.
Well, partly because he has a spell on him, so if the spell drops when he goes into a room, I know not to go in there.
Ah. Well done.
Tactical.
Very
Good smart.
As you are following Pavel, you realize that they go into this room that there are these tanks, basically. 2 of the tanks are already filled. And 2 of them are currently being filled. One with Maeve and one with Pavel. They just very unceremoniously throw you into these things, and as they do,
Threw me into a tank.
they throw you into a tank. And as soon as they do, the spell that's on you is gone. They see you as who you are.
With all your gear, though.
And the vampire says, "There you are. We knew you were in there somewhere. We know you didn't smell like one of those nasty rats."
Well, if they just toss me, like, can I like?
You're in the cage or in the tank. Do you want to come out and try to get them? Or are you just going to leave yourself?
Yeah, I want them to leave me alone with me.
Okay. Maeve is just kind of like crumpled on the bottom.
What's in here with it? Is like goo or
No,
Empty-
it just
empty
feels
tank
like
so far.
it just feels like a tank. You're just in a tank for whatever reason. You're not really sure why it's there. It's not even have any locks, doors. There's no door. It's just open. It's just a tank.
Is it like an anti-magic tank? Does he still have his? You still have your powers? I mean, I'm not there, but
As soon as you come into the tank, you start feeling a little bit lethargic,
Oh.
and then a little bit more lethargic,
It's draining.
and you start feeling like maybe your eyes are having a hard time focusing. You're still able to, do whatever you need to do, but you definitely feel a hit as soon as you walked into this location.
Just kind
Maeve,
of toss me and walk away, or what?
yeah, they just toss you in, lick their lips. We'll be back soon.
This is like their version of a trigger.
They do walk over to the tank that's next to you, and they put their hand on it. They're kind of almost petting the glass. Maybe the master will let me have one more of this one. This one's almost drained all the way. We can't be too greedy. We gotta let them get their vitality back, but soon. We'll be back soon. And then,
emotional vampires.
yes, they're very. You are top sirloin, my friend. This is the rarest of meats in this room. There's only 4 tanks, and now all of them are filled. And they are overjoyed, and they just leave. And just go out the same way they came.
Once they leave, I'm gonna try and
You try to walk through the open glass area, and you can't. There's something holding you back. It almost feels like there's a cable that's attached to your back. Almost like there's a chain that's holding you. The door is wide open. You could just walk through if there wasn't something holding you. And you look. There's nothing there.
And I can see him doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So when the vampires leave, can he see out of the thing?
Oh, yeah, you can see everything.
I just want to condense myself so I can see like a little ball of mist. So he knows I'm here if he can see it. I'm trying to get his attention.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just gonna be kind of
Of course.
You can't even lift up your weapon.
Oh, okay.
You are so lethargic.
Rough.
You can't even
I'm trying
lift
to cast
it up.
magic. Nothing.
No magic whatsoever.
I like look around. I see the mist. I'll be like, "Help! Help me!"
I'm gonna go thumbs up.
And
And
this
then I'm gonna
takes the form of a thumb.
thumb up, and then I'll be like, and then I'll leave.
At this point, like you're just waiting outside, right? How you walk across
Mhm.
Atlas like lands on top of the building that you're waiting on.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy.
Are you going to do anything else while you're in this room?
Do I see dark shade at all?
You will soon.
Okay. Oh, good.
If I'm just glancing around as I'm in here, it's just the 4 tanks.
The 4 tanks, all of them are filled.
Who's in the other tanks?
The one that's furthest away from Pavel, you see that they look like they're also like some kind of a fairy. Yeah. They're in the two that are closest to you. And Maeve's in here somewhere. There you go. The one that is furthest away from them looks like it's another fairy kind of a person. They look like a raisin, just sucked dry.
Holy crap.
And so you feel very like a lot of sympathy for this person that's just being drained. And then you look at the next one, and they also look extremely drained. There's something that looks familiar about this person.
Uh-oh.
You think you know who this person is, and you go up to it and you touch the glass, and at that they open their eyes and they look at you.
I'm a mist.
Oh, that's true.
I see a little mist.
Look at the
ball.
mist.
They look at the
I
mist,
see a mist ball.
and they're kind of looking around, but it's when they open their eyes that you realize who it is. Exalia.
Another one of your party members.
How many party members do you have?
Your
We've
own,
almost down them all.
We had a few.
own party member.
We had a few.
This is the
now-
fourth one? Fifth one. This is the fifth one,
All right,
right?
well, we killed one.
Yeah.
We
The
recruited
The
another.
rabbit one, right?
Keep one passed by the rabbit guy.
And
One's a
Sail.
healer at,
Sale.
and
So
then
this is
And then
this
this one.
is the fifth one.
Mhm.
So what, you had 6?
I don't remember fully.
I think it was 8.
8?
I think it was 8. 7 or 8.
It wasn't like a D&D group. It was
No,
just
right.
I just had a very short backstory, so come more in this.
So-
Fight. Ah!
With your horror of seeing your old teammate there, we're going to cut from you,
Okay.
and we're going to come back.
Can I like just start leaving before we cut?
Yeah, where do you want to go?
Just out the door back towards the main area.
Where they split,
And then
or
we-
the main room?
Just out where they split.
Okay. So you start making your way back there. It's going to take you a couple of minutes. And while you're going that direction, you are sitting there, standing, looking at the mist go under the door and take off. And what are you doing?
I'll get on my broom and I'll float up to the roof of the building, like across the street from the place. And I still have see invisibility cast, so I'm like looking for any shit that's off. I don't know, just kind of waiting for Lyria to come back and say something.
For a while, you're kind of casing the joint, right? You do see wolves just go to the door, and there's like an open window. They just pop through the window and they just go inside. And you know that these wolves are completely and utterly invisible to anybody that's around them. You even see a couple of bats kind of going in from the top and going in. They're not very often. They seem like they're busy, but after a while you see maybe a total of 4 or 5 making their way into the building.
Okay.
All of them invisible. It's as you're waiting and you're watching and you're trying to see what's going on. Roll perception.
Can I guidance myself?
You may not. Because you don't know this is coming.
Fair. I'll always ask.
19.
19. You start hearing some noises behind you.
Well, Atlas is up there with you too, right?
You're across the street. Atlas is on the ceiling of the blacksmiths, right?
No, he wanted to be near Mordai.
Oh, they're both with you. It's not Atlas. Not the Griffin. You hear something kind of picking up speed and like landing. Footsteps. Landing. Footsteps.
Calcifer.
Landing.
Him.
That's him. That's kind of his thing.
It's
You
you.
see like dark shade, like almost like a quick shadow, a fuzzy shadow, just kind of just and land right next to you, but doesn't even really like have any attention to you. Really, he looks like he's just very much intent, like he's on a hunt. He's hunting something, right?
Hey, are you okay?
He kind of looks over at you, and kind of ignores you, and then I want to go ahead and like hop down and kind of continue back on.
Oh,
And
boy.
kind of sneak in, just kind of just didn't even give him a second glance. Even just kind of like
Acknowledged and gone.
Yeah, like, what did
You
you?
turn into stone.
they're you know. And then like kind of back on, and now I want to kind of like see if I can sneak through, hop in the window,
Somebody
stealthily.
woke up on the
Okay. Roll for stealth.
Well, you remember how he was before you turned into stealth. You just
So I'm
assumed
at
that-
disadvantage, right?
Okay.
Because I have my armor, right?
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
I rolled a 19 and a 20. Right? So yeah, I'm super. I think I
Like
got
butter.
plus
Like
15,
butter.
plus
Just right
15.
through the window.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know, 30 something.
Yeah, you don't even know that you're there.
30 something. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on. Like I've said, I'm almost one with the shadows.
Yeah.
Like once I like kind of get into this mode, it's kind of like
Yeah.
I'm hunting.
So yeah, you
I
just
gotta ask, like, do I have the telepathic link with my griffin with Atlas, or is the
magical field's cutting everything.
cut that?
Oh,
That's why. Yeah, that's why
You
Atlas
are
is scary,
alone.
'cause you don't know what to do.
So yeah, you just hop through. You pick up the scent immediately. I mean, it's a strong scent because there's so much traffic in through that door. You know exactly where the vampires are going. You just start going through the door.
Yeah, I want to go through the door, and then I want to kind of make my way down.
Mhm.
And then, but I'll be not on the ground. I'm going to be doing my spider
Oh,
spider
okay.
walk on the ceiling, but stealthily, right? Just kind of making my way down there.
Making
I wanna
my way
keep
down
on-
south.
Kind of still like smelling it out, like
Mhm.
kind of tracking. But
I'll
Okay.
let Lyria know that Darkshade is coming in hot and probably is going to start a fight in a second. So, whatever you're doing, get ready because I'm probably going to be following after him, and I'll start.
But Atlas has an intelligence of 6 and can't understand. So if like, you want to tell him, he can. He can speak. He can understand a language.
Are you roll for? Yeah, you're gonna bring someone come with you.
you're gonna bring a big ass griffin with you?
I'm not saying. I'm just letting you know. You got a scared griffin.
Oh,
I can't. You can be like stand watch. You know.
Yeah, stand watch. If anyone else comes by, oh fuck, come in. I don't know.
Break it. Just break it.
Go get the authorities, buddy.
Yeah.
Go get-
Yeah.
Timmy's in the
Tell
well.
them.
Tell them.
Oh,
Timmy's in the well.
Timmy's in the well. All right, roll for stealth.
You said you were stealthy as hell.
I
That's
do
right.
have
You
Bardic
can
knowledge.
you
That
can
was
guidance
my
yourself on this one as well.
You say bardic knowledge?
Borrowed knowledge. It gives me
Oh.
proficiency in the skill I'm not proficient in.
Oh, you overcooked him.
Yeah. 13 plus 3
Okay.
is 15 plus
13 plus 3 is 16.
That's a 3.
3 plus 7 is 10 plus 3 is 13.
Total of 13?
Yep.
So you go through the window, and you're like,
The closed
Where did-
window.
yeah. And you get through it, and you're like, okay, this is not bad. And you look over the thing, and you see Darkshade just smoothly going through that next door. You're like, oh, shit, I gotta catch up. And so as you start going, you don't realize it, but your the tail of the broom that you're on, it brushes a large hammer that they use for anvils, and it falls to the ground and makes a clanging sound. Pang!
I full tilt chase Darkshade.
Okay, so you catch up to Darkshade as you go through that same door. You don't see is that the blacksmith didn't even look up. He's just hammering away at the same piece of metal he's been doing this entire time.
It's not even glowing hot. It's just like a cold piece of metal.
It is, and it's very dented because he hasn't moved the metal whatsoever. So it's just this block of metal with a hole in the middle of it as you're just hitting it over and over. All right. At this point, you've caught up with Darkshade because you are fast. How much? What's your speed?
Would you
50
stick with
on
him,
the
or
broom.
would you just go?
50 on the broom.
Because obviously,
I
there's
haven't
no
heard
talking
back
to this
from
guy.
Lyria.
You'll see Lyria when
I'll
you
be
come
like,
into
Lyria, where are you? What are
Can we
doing?
communicate now?
I can
If
talk
you have
to
a voice.
but you
I
don't.
can't talk.
I am not talking to you.
By this time, am I back in this
Yes.
room?
You can go after Kime and see what he's up to.
Or you hear a commotion again coming down.
I know. Now I'm torn again. I'm gonna. I just saw my party member over here. Plus, you know, you two.
I'm like, get help! Please get help!
Plus you guys.
Plus you guys.
Yeah.
I'm getting to think we're mean civilians.
I mean, you were to begin with.
But then we knighted you. Thought we had a bond.
Yeah. Night doesn't go as far as you thought it would anyway.
I'm gonna look down where they took. I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna find what the clamor is first. Because that's gonna take my attention pretty quick.
The clamor?
The hammer falling, or what are you talking about? Or the...
You said there was a clamor.
Well,
Or somebody
upstairs.
Yeah,
You
I said that. He's really sneaky.
Never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of sneak slowly through.
Try to find this guy. As you start moving your way down, go ahead and roll for stealth for me real quick.
With stealthy gas.
With advantage?
Yeah, with advantage.
Man, this is not going to be hard for you to beat.
Okay.
I'm rolling terrible today with real dice, I'm telling you.
I think you just overcooked it.
I don't think I hit to enough. 17.
Oh, yeah. There's a moment where you start seeing a large amount of those vampires as they walk right past you. And they're just...
I like dissipate a little.
You notice that some of them have blood on their faces, and they're kind of wiping it away as they're making their way through.
Oh, neither.
I like it even less.
There you go.
Actually, it might be my blood.
I'm like,
You keep going down this area, and the first thing that you see is that there are a number of these cells, basically, right? These glass coffins, almost, right? There's tons of them. And there's people in every single one of them. The other thing that's interesting is that you see that there are undead walking around in that room as well. But they don't have weapons. They don't have any kind of attacking garb on them. But you do see that they're all carrying these buckets, kind of large buckets. And they're walking from one cell to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next.
What's in the bucket?
I'm assuming if I look in these buckets, it's blood, right?
Yep.
Really?
Do you go and check it out?
I mean, you gotta look in the bucket.
I mean, okay, so
You're
these
still in the
these glass coffins.
Mhm.
Can I see in them?
Absolutely.
Okay, what
Are they as
seeing?
good as our glass
What
coffins?
I-
Because, like, we're
Actually-
primo shit.
Yeah. So these guys, theirs were a lot more sophisticated. There's a lot more care put into those. These look like there's still care that's putting into it, but it's more we're about efficiency. We're not about style or niceness and that kind of stuff. We just want to get the blood out, and that's what they're doing.
So there is blood.
There is blood, but it's not in the buckets.
Whoa.
And this is where people kick the bucket.
Yeah. So what am I seeing in the coffins?
There's a number of individuals. Currently, you find that a lot of them are all pretty closely wearing somewhat the same kind of outfit. Almost like they're part of a group.
A cult, you may say.
A cult would also be quite accurate.
Alright. Do I see anyone with bunny ears?
Way far in the back, you do see one of these things, and you see a very lethargic-looking bunny. The bunny seems fine, just seems a little lethargic, a little weak at the moment. Not very pleased with the fact he's got a bracelet on and inside of a magical field that's not helping him very much.
Right?
You also see, as you're going up to see him, that there are some people inside of these coffins that are quite thoroughly dead. And the ones that are dead are the ones that look more like regular old people that have been in the slums. They don't look very clean. They don't look very well kept after, but they don't have any kind of uniformed look. but they definitely look like every ounce of blood inside them is gone. And the zombies are just taking them out and walking them into a corner and throwing them into a corner. And so you see a very large pile of just rotting corpses in the corner.
Okay. Alright, there's no white vampires in here that I can see.
Would you like to do a perception check?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
You're keeping me so on the edge of my seat. What's in the bucket? Look in the bucket.
The buckets aren't interesting me as much as these coffins. 16.
There are 2 vampires in this room that you can see.
Okay.
The vampires are they've touched onto the side of the coffins, and you can see that blood is coming down off of the side, almost like someone was bleeding on this glass.
Yeah.
And they have their hand out, and it's pooling perfectly into their hands, and they are just
The coffins are
drinking
blood out of
up the blood.
Okay.
And the person inside, you can see, they don't have any kind of visible scars on them. They don't have any kind of nothing. They're just there. But the more that they sit and drink, you see them kind of grimacing, and you feel the pain, and you see them kind of their cheeks kind of sink in slightly.
Okay.
It's
And then-
their own personal Capri Sun.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
So-
they stop and they wipe their face and they lick their fingers. And after a moment, a few of them leave.
So what I'm gonna do then is I'll ball up again to try to make you notice me. Yep.
Yeah.
And I'll do a thumbs up again. And then eyeball.
I would just be really confused.
Yeah.
And then I will.
You knew the
try to
gaseous form
No,
plan.
no,
you know
I
it's
know.
murder.
Yeah,
But in his current state.
in its current state, yeah. So what are you gonna do?
I
with
am
this
Yeah,
not
I'll-
having a good
I'll
time
spread out
over
a
here.
little bit, and I'm gonna try and float as close, to the ceiling and flat, kind of as possible, so nobody's really looking in the middle of the room at me.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna try to glance what's in these buckets that these things are carrying under me.
At first, you think that it's mud.
Okay.
It looks just thick and gross, and they have really, really long spoons.
Smell it.
And you realize what they're doing is the zombies are using these long, crazy spoons. They're scooping out some of this thick, massive liquid, and then they're shoving it through the hole, and they're feeding the people.
Oh.
We're getting gruel.
They're
Yep.
getting the gruelish kind of. But the spoon is so long that the zombie never goes through that field. It's long enough so that he can reach them in their mouths. And the people are just barely opening their mouths and allowing the food to just slip down their throats. Even when they end up dying, you see that there's tongs basically that they carry, and they grab them by the feet and they pull them out, and they just drag them to the corpse pile and throw them into a corner.
Okay.
Has Heim had a gruel?
No,
Chance
no,
yet? No?
no. You have not had gruel just yet.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the room and
All
go
right.
back to this room.
At this point, you would get back to this room, and you see that there are a number of them all kind of just congregating in this room, and they're just talking to one another, and they're talking about, what you hear is them talking about specific areas. Oh, we can't go and take that area right now. They'll get suspicious. Oh, we can't do this other place. The master would be angry. Has the job over here been taken care of? Oh, that one's done. How was your job? Oh, we took care of our job. It's over here. You see they're all inside the cages now. They're being juiced as we speak. And so they're just kind of talking about these different things that are going on. And then after a few minutes, most of them turn into bats and fly through the ceiling. And then
How
out
high is
that
the
way.
ceiling?
This ceiling in particular is a good 40 feet, 45 feet high.
And how big is the hole that they flew through? Tiny? Small?
Yeah, it's
Small
bat
size?
size.
Got
Yep. Yeah, you
It's
get
just
the.
one hole, like a chimney, kind of.
There's probably about maybe 6 holes for this whole room. It's mostly meant for ventilation,
Got it.
but these guys are using it as
Travel.
travel.
Got it. I would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's at this point, you two get to the door that's basically right there.
Yeah. Is he right next to me?
Oh yeah, you guys are together.
I want to kind of look over at him like, he's mine. Stay back.
We need it for our allies as well.
I don't need any allies. I have no friends.
Since when?
Since the eons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need them. They just drag you down. You're only strong as your weakest link. And everybody's weaker than me.
Well,
And with
you were a
that-
liability in the last fight, so maybe not. Can I cast Detect Thoughts and just...
I warn you, you get in my way, you won't like it.
Oh man.
And with that, I'll
This
kind of,
fighting's never ended well for you.
I'll try to like sneak in and see if I can.
All right. So you had
Okay.
29, 35,
31, I think.
31. So
I can
keeping that.
reroll if you want me to reroll in here, or if it's the same.
You know, yeah. Let's just go ahead and do a reroll.
Sure.
If you want to stealth into the room as well, you're gonna have to roll as well.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my psionic dice in addition to it as well. Just gonna give it a
All
little
right.
extra boost.
All right.
Guidance myself.
All righty.
Damn.
I'm shooting. I'm shooting. All right.
For just the right amount of time.
16 plus 12, 28 plus 7, so 35.
Yeah, yeah.
Unnatural.
They all see you as you walk in because you're obviously glowing, right? What was it?
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Perfect. He's talking to you one moment, the next minute he's just gone. He's in the room.
Just like my father.
Yeah, there it is.
I just Batmaned on you.
He wasn't even saying he was leaving for milk. He was just gone. And so you're kind of hugging the sides and you're kind of looking around. Shadow is basically your shadow.
Yeah.
And so you're creeping around the sides of the building. There are 5 vampires in the middle.
Okay. Any of them look like the one that I'm looking for?
No, the one that you're looking for just went through the roof. You come in also right after, a little weary, I would assume, what's happening. And as you make your way into the room, you see the 5 as well in the room as well.
Now, does he know that the one that he's looking for went through the room?
Or do I just not really recognize?
You can take an investigation check if you'd like.
Because they disappeared before I got in the room, so maybe I
Right when you came in.
Yeah.
So you could catch their scent,
Okay.
but then you can't follow.
No. That's probably what I'll be doing too. Is like kind of like trying to get up to the hole. And just
Yeah.
like, "Ah."
Yeah, and you can smell it too. You know exactly which one that was, and he just went through.
Bastard.
How grouped are they?
They're lounging. They're just all together in the middle.
Ew.
If you'd like, I can go ahead and place them on the table if you so desire.
Let's go grab them. I have some ideas.
I have ideas if I was not dispelled from magic.
We're in cages.
If you wouldn't mind helping me here. There's 2.
Do you want to do something? Or do you want
There's
to
one.
There's one and a half.
place them right now.
use
Yep.
step
Perfect. Here's 2 more.
They're fighting each other.
60 teleport.
They're sparring, bro.
No more.
Oh, there's 5. Okay.
Yep. So these are the 5 that you end up finding. Let's see how well my camera's doing. Oh, it's still freaking out. It looks so beautiful, but we're going to have to abandon that.
There it is.
Everybody else can use their imagination. Is it showing up all crazy for you?
Kinda.
It's,
Yeah, it's all pixelated. That's okay. Use your imagination.
Or not.
All right, here we go. So yeah, you see all these in the middle. You do catch the whiff of blood. These guys have all had a nice little snack, and so they're just enjoying having a cigar after their meal, enjoying the talk.
No, this is the room that I'm in.
No, this is the room that they split.
Oh, that they are. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. 5 of them.
Again, all these guys are very big. They are not the tiny ones that you guys have seen before.
Interesting.
So I'm stealth. Can I like place myself?
Mm-hmm. Wherever you so darn decide. With your 20, they are fat and happy at the moment. They are not even paying any attention to.
I do want
What's
to be
happening?
flying on my broom.
Okay. So you're at Paul, where Darkshade's at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you?
45
probably
feet up.
on the ceiling above their heads, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like Spider-Man?
So. Do you want me to light this candle? Because I kind of want to light this.
It's about this point that Lyria comes into the room as well.
And you're coming in from that side over there.
Yeah.
No, that's maybe. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, the tension is building. What are you guys going to do?
I think.
Obviously, I'm gonna see these, but
I'm gonna. When Darkshade's gonna get kind of frustrated at this point, he has a little bit of a short temper.
No.
Ethan killed Darkshade? What are you talking about?
You were about to murder women, children.
Bit of a temper. So I'm going to telepathically tell Shadow, like, I'm guessing he's like in the shadows.
He's in the corner. Yeah.
Right. And then I'm gonna be like, Shadow, to me now. And then I'll like fall off, like drop from the ceiling, right? Kind of like not on them, but like right on the outside of them, right?
All right.
And then as I'm falling from the ceiling, Shadow's gonna.
And Dark Shadow.
Or the Dark Shadow pops in.
All right, Dark Shadow's on the board.
And as
Surprise
he
round.
Does that? Can I cast Chain Lightning at 7th level so I can target 5 creatures and I want to hit all 5 of them? with Chain
Absolutely. And Lyria, you're in the room, so would you like to also partake in this?
well,
Well,
it is so bright in here now.
I know. It happened so suddenly. I'm probably surprised too. I didn't even know they were in here.
Surprise!
Yeah.
You hear in your mind.
Like crap.
Like,
So
three
probably
each of them?
not. I'll probably say miss for at least the first
Are you
round.
rolling for each of them?
With that, I'm gonna. Like,
they do as a group because
As
it's
a group?
easier.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna use my Channel Divinity Destructive Wrath, so it does max damage.
Okay, let's have you guys roll for initiative first, all 3 of you.
Yeah.
on that.
Yep.
Come on. Okay, not bad.
What's a B?
Mine's bad.
That's a 20.
All right.
Initiative.
What's a B?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so you two have a surprise round first, and then you guys are at the top of the round afterwards.
Okay.
So, all right, Darkshade, you're up with a
All right,
22.
surprise round. And I'm just gonna
This is a surprise round. Go for it.
Kind of like as I go like land, right? Like land is Dark Shadow, right? But as I stand up, it's like it's kind of it's your unlucky day, fellas. And I'm gonna like kind of just like charge in, raging, and like with my huge side claws, just start whatever the closest one is to me. I want to run right up to him and make some attacks.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, we have those.
Advantage.
We have the tags that say A, B, C, and D. Yes. Oh, you know what? I think B and C and D are underneath TV.
I have
Are they?
D.
Yeah, they
and
slid them, but they
A.
haven't gotten them out yet.
I guess it doesn't really matter. You could just read
Alright,
it.
we got I,
As long as they're different.
G,
D,
E,
D,
number
A.
D, and A.
Excellent. Alrighty. Dark Shadow, what do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna use my Psyclaw attack
All right.
with the sneak attack.
Okay.
So I'm rolling a D8 plus 4D6. Boom, 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 and I think I have a plus 13. What do I got here?
And Mordai's thinking,
Plus
oh man,
10,
here
plus
we go.
They just gathered so
So,
perfectly for me,
That was a
right in the
23.
center of the
23
room.
to hit.
23 hits. Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be 10, 16. plus 7. 19 plus 7 is 26 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna grab my Vorpal sword and then swipe it with the Vorpal sword.
Okay.
And then this one would be a plus 13 thanks to the Vorpal sword. So 12 plus 13, 25.
25 hits.
And
She's got a really hefty bonus.
well, actually, it was 25 minus 5 because of my Great Weapon Master, so 20. Does a 20 hit?
No.
Okay, so I missed that one.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and use. I already used my bonus action, so that would be my turn.
All right. Yeah. So you're using your sword for the first one, right?
The second attack.
Okay. So you're using your
My
side.
Cyclaw for the first one, and then
Yep.
kind of swept with the Vorpal sword in the second one.
Cyclops comes across and just completely. He had no idea you were even in the room. And so he managed to stand up and look at you as it just comes right across his chest and he slides back slightly. Because he slid back, your sword attack completely misses in the air. It's at this moment, Mordai. Chain lightning, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
DC 19 dexterity saving throw.
Okay, this is for all 5.
Yep. 86 points of damage if they fail. 46 points of damage if they succeed.
Alright, that's 1 failure,
Plus 6 points of thunder damage.
2 failures. So 3 fail and 2 succeed.
So
Alright, so what's the damage again for the ones that fail?
86 for the ones that fail, and then 46 for the ones that succeed.
86,
43.
43. Yeah, you pop down and just let loose this chain lightning, jumping from one to the next, to the next, to the next. Is Darkshade gonna have to make a save for that, or no?
It is creatures of your choice.
Ah,
It's not
perfect.
like a line.
So you see this lightning come across and just arc away from you and start hitting these other people in front of you. Now we are at the top of the round with Darkshade yet again.
Can I actually use
yes.
my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on Darkshade? So +2 to your AC.
Ooh, very nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
Cool.
Just be mindful that you weren't hit by the lightning. I kind of like look at you like that could be you, bitch. Keep making threats.
I'll use my bonus action.
Okay.
And now you can kind of see my claws get longer. My hair kind of like puffs out. I'm shifting.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
To like my more feral.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So
All
I
right.
get advantage on wisdom saving throws,
I think so.
and you can't get advantage on attacks.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
First one, Cyclaw again.
All right.
All right, that's going to be a 24.
24 hits.
And
Where's the little concentration?
Yeah, where's the box?
Oh, I think it's over here. Boom, boom.
okay, let's go. So 12. 30 points of psychic
Ooh,
damage.
man.
And
Cyclops comes across again, catches him. And you see this feral look on his face as he's not very happy about being taken by surprise. Okay, you have your other attack now, right?
yes, I'm going to use my Vorpal sword, but not Great Weapon this time.
Okay.
Because I noticed that they're a little quick. They're a little bit on the quick side.
Yeah.
Okay. Natural 20 hit comes off.
Ooh, very nice. And so you see him, because he's eaten so much already, when his head comes off, he is just a fountain.
Kill Bill style?
Yeah, Kill Bill. As,
I just want to look like I'm just basking in this like shower of blood. Just,
yep.
There's probably a bunch of electricity still in the air.
And then that was my turn actually.
Yeah.
Use my bonus action.
Mordai, you're up
I'm gonna
again.
go to the. I'm gonna kind of move in between
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, but it's okay.
It's what he would do. So.
Well,
Alright, Mordai's up again.
you look at the fights anyway, so you can learn. I'm gonna float down just a little bit, and I'm gonna cast Sunbeam. It's a
Okay.
60-foot line.
Oh,
I'll-
that's gonna hit. Oh, it's careful spell?
All careful spell.
Well, no, if it's just a 5-foot line.
It's a 5-foot wide, 60-foot long line.
Hey,
Must make a Constitution saving throw, or take 68 radiant damage on the one during the next turn. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage. Undead and blues have disadvantage on the saving throw. And so long as I,
Okay.
oh, this is concentration, so you're immediate. Sorry. For the duration, the mote of brilliant radiance shines in your hand and sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light an additional 30 feet. This is sunlight.
Okay. And then this is a save, yes?
Yeah, Constitution DC 19.
19, let's see. That's one success.
And they make it with disadvantage because they're undead.
Okay, that's still one success. Now disadvantage. One failure.
that should be it.
Two successes. One failure. Last one. Failure. And total damage for the ones who failed?
20 points of damage. I rolled really well.
Okay. And then the ones who succeeded? Or the one
So
that succeeded?
What did you roll succeed?
Oh, I did Sunbeam.
Oh. This is like a Kamehameha.
Yeah, straight across the room. I did careful spells.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
so it gets all of them. Curves right at the point.
Right around
The
me.
light will just like refracts around you suddenly.
Is it also around the gas?
Where is
It's still
Hold
going,
on, let me
right?
mark down
She's,
my.
she's low to the floor.
Oh,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
yeah. She has not shown up. There you
Up
go.
there.
Yeah, they have no idea that you're in the room at all. It's at this point we're going to have the three are going to converge on you.
On me?
Yep.
Come get some!
That one is a 30 to hit,
That is
18 to hit,
miss.
26 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so 2 hits.
Is the sunlight bothering them?
These are all just regular straight rolls, right?
Sorry?
These are like just
Straights?
regular- Yeah.
Yes. So with the 2 hits, physical damage. 41
Total.
41 total for both.
Okay.
That is piercing damage.
Okay. So 40. You said 41. So reduce
41.
that to 20.
20.
Okay.
And then total of necrotic damage is 24.
Right. I'm going to well, I can only. Is that with both of them combined?
Yes, that's both.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just take that. 12. Is it or 20? 20.
20.
Plus 20.
24 is the
Product.
necrotic damage.
24.
24 necrotic
Okay.
damage.
Got 44 pounds.
Let me make sure I'm moving my thing. Yeah, 24 is correct.
Okay. So I will. Have they all gone? Have they all gone?
That's 3 of them.
And there's one more.
One more, and he's not going to be going for you.
Okay.
He's going
I'll go ahead
for.
and uncanny dodge. What was the highest one of those psychic attacks?
Let me
Was it
check.
12? The 12 or
Highest attack?
the highest psychic? Yeah.
Oh, the necrotic.
Necrotic. Sorry.
One was 12, one was 10.
Okay, I'm gonna reduce the 12 to 6, so then 16.
Okay.
One was 12 and one was 10.
Yeah, one was 12, one was 10, 22.
Okay.
Oh, it's 24.
24.
Yeah, I thought you said 24.
No. That's right. Yeah, so sorry. One was 14, one was 10.
Okay, I'm gonna reduce the 14 to 7.
There you go.
And then take the 10, so 17.
17.
And which one? The
The last one is going to take off and run towards you. He didn't come forward. He just went
A?
back. A.
I'm
Is
still up.
so he's gonna run over here.
he
towards the
flies.
ceiling.
He
Oh, he's
flies.
flying.
Still attack.
He can come right up with you.
Does it get an attack of opportunity? Dark shield?
The one that was in the back is the one who's going this way.
Yeah, he was like right here.
No, that one over there behind Dark Shade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like
he
an
was.
eye?
I
Or
was.
do you want this to be a? Or does it
There you
not
go.
matter?
Yeah, A. Let him be A. He's the one who was already outside of your range and is going over towards.
Got it.
Mordai.
I have a 10-foot range. 'Cause I'm
Oh.
large. So he might be in my range for opportunity attack.
Yeah. Why don't you go and do an opportunity?
Plus 13. 4 plus 13. No, I miss.
17.
17.
Reaching straight for him, he just kind of ducks away and then flies up towards you. And you see him come up right to you, and he's like, "That was not pleasant." And he's gonna take some swipes. First swipe.
You still.
27 to hit.
You're just watching all this
I'll
go down.
cast shield, so I have a 28.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
You're still like in gaseous form. Go, Morda!
Little bummer.
I was doing pop-pops.
Yeah, pop-ups.
You guys can do it! Go team, go!
Go
Like
team.
airplanes with clouds.
Oh, actually, these guys have multi-attack. So
Okay.
I only did one round on you for the first
Go
one.
ahead, do another one, I guess.
So we're gonna finish up over here with this one. So the next one he swung at you was 29 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
Okay, so he only hit you once then. So that is 22 piercing damage. I can't see what the other one is.
Constitution saving throw and passive.
10 damage for necrotic.
That's not too bad.
Second round on dark shape for the last 3 again. We're gonna see if those guys hit. Totally forgot that they have multi attack. 20 to hit. That doesn't hit.
I am exactly at 20.
Oh, you are at 20, so that does hit. Okay, that's 1. 18 doesn't hit. 18 again doesn't hit. So it only hits once on that last one.
Okie dokie. What you got?
So, I rolled necrotic first. Sorry, that's 10. Necrotic. And that is 25 piercing.
Okay, so 10. I take the full 10, and I'm gonna take 12. of
Yep.
piercing.
You got it. And that's now their full round, because one of them is gone. Alright, Lyria, you are seeing all this craziness.
Yeah, right?
Would you like to jump in, or would you like to say, oops, see you guys later?
No, obviously I'm
Lassie, tell him in a will!
No, obviously I'm jumping in. But
Alright.
first, before
I
I
know he
use
said
the
it, I don't
gas
have to
bomb, is there anywhere near me that I could at least have partial cover from something? Or at least be able to try and even
Yeah, there's a pillar over here.
duck down. Okay, or behind.
Yep, you can get behind that.
Okay.
You
So,
get
in my
quarter
mist-
covered.
Yep. Quarter covering there.
You can even have that.
Half covered. Quarter covered. Yeah, I'll drop out of mist.
Is that just like an action, or is it just like boom?
Ending concentration.
Ending.
That's it doesn't take anything, right?
I'm out.
Okay, that's going to be a with quarter cover. I'm sorry, half cover. I'm saying quarter. Is a +2 to your AC.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
All right, and then so you are now your beautiful self once again.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't take any kind of action, right? It's just
Yeah, it said just ending concentration, so.
yeah. So you're fine. So you have your full action and bonus action.
Perfect. So, I'm going to... Yeah. I'm going to probably... I think I can reach the...
Would you need this?
No, she's doing blast, I think.
I am.
Oh, it's
I wanna-
120 feet.
Yeah, you can definitely within range of any of them.
120. Okay. I'm going to first hex.
Oh, okay. And what do you want to stop them from?
Dex.
Which one?
I would think that.
Eye?
but-
This one? Oh, you know Mordai's in this room.
Yeah.
All right.
I saw the
Choosing
previous
Dex.
ones fail. I'll choose Dex. And then I will go ahead and Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty, roll your Eldritch Blasts.
Star blast.
I'm gonna do the rain too.
Oh, extra.
Yes.
Alright.
First one is 19.
19 does not hit. Eldritch Blast just right next to it. Kind of dodges itself out of the way.
29.
29 hits.
And then 23 to hit. Or no, 24.
24 also hits, so that's 2 hits. You want to do the same one, or do you want to do one for one and one for the other?
No, I'm doing this all on one.
Alright.
The hex.
Yeah, the hex.
Yep. Yeah,
Plus D6.
all three of those guys around you are all the same exact hit points. So.
And then C10, let me grab it.
So that's D.
Okay.
Shoot him in the D.
12
12 damage?
Mhm.
Okay.
and 7.
And 7.
And
So, oh, what?
No, because you have your D6 plus your agonizing blast. It should be a plus 5.
Yeah.
All
and my
day.
D6.
So plus 10 because you did it twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 9.
Alright, so the first one just zips by its head and it kind of stops and it looks around, and as soon as it does, it has more of a front to show to you. And so you just lay into 3 more of those blasts as you see him just kind of crisp up, and then he just disappears off the
Oh, he
floor.
dies?
He's gone.
Damn. Alright.
Yeah, with the
Done.
lightning and the craziness and everything else. Yeah.
Attack.
I mean, that was right to the number. 9 was what you needed, so. Alright, so do you have any bonus actions you want to use?
That was the hex.
Oh, that was Hex, that's right. Alright. Now we're back at the top of the round. Mordai. Not Mordai.
No. Yeah,
Dark Shade.
Shadow.
Dark Shadow.
She took one of your kills, man.
I'm gonna. I'm like, look over. I'm like,
What do you do that for?
right? And just kind of have like the sparrow like look in my eyes,
Quite
right?
as cute as killer.
And then I'm gonna like look over here at the one that's right next to me, and I guess it's gonna be.
All right. What is it?
Fire.
I?
Fire.
Okay.
Alrighty, this is gonna be the Cyclaw. Wow. Yeah, it is a 19 natural, so plus.
Oh, wait, no, with your pluses, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, you hit him.
I'm gonna go ahead, get my sneak attack damage in. 11, 14, 17, 19, 7, 27? Yeah.
27?
27 points of psychic damage. And we're gonna go ahead and swipe with that Vorpal Sword one more time.
Alright, here it comes. Yep, so you come down hard with your blade once again and just catches him in the shoulders and just kind of
I'm gonna go great weapon. I'm gonna hit it with it's like
Alright.
a power strike.
Here it comes.
Oh yeah! Okay, natural 19 again.
Alright.
So that hit 2d6 plus 20. Woo!
Jeez.
Is a great weapon master.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
28 points of slashing damage. And then is he still alive?
No, he is not. As soon as you come across
Five.
with your Great Master and just slash him,
Yeah.
it actually cuts him into 2 pieces. And you see that both of them just start disintegrating
Nice.
into smoke.
And then so I'll look over at the last one behind me. Bonus action. My secondary Slide Claw.
Okay.
And yeah, it hits another natural 19.
Alright.
I'm rolling hot.
Man,
So
man.
it's D4 this time.
You cook it just the right amount, man. Just
Yeah,
cook it
that's
right
right.
amount.
So 1, but plus 7, so we'll say 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, so you've really had some fun with that one.
Scratch.
Alright, Mordai.
Come for you next.
Is your beam that you shot earlier, is it still in effect, or is it just...
Yeah, I can shoot one every round as an action.
Okay, so it's just like a burst and then it's off.
So
Got it.
yeah, I have a moat. I have like a tiny sun in my hand right now. Essentially.
Got it.
It's 30-foot radius bright, 30-foot radius dim with sunlight.
Got it. Continue.
I
What
just
would you like
want
to
float a little bit this way so I can just hit both of these guys with another sunbeam.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just, palm
It's
forward.
30 foot.
It's a 60-foot line.
Oh, nice.
Just palm forward directly in his face.
Okay.
Disadvantage?
And this is a dex save?
Yeah, he has disadvantage because they're undead. It's 68 radiant.
Well, you're firing up close, right?
I also am firing. I don't know if that actually gets him
Is it disadvantage, yes or no?
Yes, because he's undead.
Okay, so I got a natural 20 and a 17
On the deck save?
on the dex save.
Oh,
My DC is 19. They're
Yeah, so
con
he
saves.
failed. Oh, con saves. Okay, hold on, let me do that one again then.
With disadvantage on both. Right?
Yep, so he failed at 7. And then the second one that you are going for. Yeah, he fails as well. So yeah, you hit them both.
Yeah. So 26 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
20 what?
26. And then I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to quicken spell.
This song.
And, yeah, agree. And I'll just point my staff and I'll cast 5th level lightning bolt from my staff and spend 5 charges.
Okay. Right at the one that's in front of you, right?
Yep, to these two guys, 100-foot line.
Oh, it's a 100-foot line. Okay, go
Yep.
for it.
And that is 10d6.
And this is a save, right? Or is it just
Yep.
This one's dexterity. Yeah.
dexterity? And that's
So
not
they're-
disadvantage, yes?
No, not disadvantage.
The one that's right in front of you got a 20. Unnatural 20.
Unless he has disadvantage for lightning being hit point blank.
Yep.
He's like, no.
The second one got 18.
He'll fail.
Okay, so the one in the back
Failed.
next to Darkshade is the one that fails. So what's your damage on
That's
the...
the 1d6.
Actually, what's the damage on the one that succeeded? Is a better question.
I'm gonna steal the
Sure. That's not Dark Shade talking.
I know. I like Sherry.
Yeah.
Darkshade, not so much.
No.
10, 20,
I do like this one too.
35 plus 6 is 41 points of lightning
20 to the
damage.
one that.
20.
20 to the one in front.
so 20,
40
got
to
it.
the one in the back. 41.
And then an additional 6 points of lightning damage.
For
to this guy in front of me.
for 6?
So
For-
20,
yeah.
26 to this guy, 41 to that guy.
Excellent. The one in the back,
Store.
and this is what spell again? This is
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Okay, so as you see this lightning cut through the one that's in front of you and then arc down and hit the one down on the ground. The first thing you see is that his body just starts to get rigid with the electricity pouring through him. And then after it does, you see him just, again, disintegrate like all the others.
Back.
But, yeah, so he's gone. But the thing that you didn't see is that he doesn't just disintegrate. After he disintegrates, you see that there's a fine mist, and the mist turns to blood and falls to the ground.
Oh, because the sunlight.
Because it's still light, because lightning still has light in it.
Well, I also have a
That's
sun in my other hand.
Well,
as I
this guy's
extend
not
my
not
staff.
affected to that one, but the one in the back next to Darkshade
Yeah.
is the one that got. All right, are you gonna do anything else?
No. I don't think I'm satisfied with
Oh,
that.
oh no.
Alrighty, so that one is also off the table. There's only one left.
Look over. I told you to stay out of my way.
Oh,
You were killing him too slowly.
So dramatic.
Come on, let's go. We have places to be.
I need you to do a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
This is a DC 17.
21.
Oh. For a moment, he's looking straight into your eyes, and there's this moment where you connect. And there's a moment you just feel like, I need to protect this person. This person is dear to me. This is a good friend of mine. Like, why was I hurting him this whole time? And then just your brain kicks in. You're like, no, it's not. This guy's a horrible person. I'm gonna kill this person. And so you see that look of just feral anger at the fact that it didn't catch. But it almost
aren't you
did.
Sweet? I say to him as he tries to.
This is a 25 to hit.
I'll cast shield again.
All right. Just Pharaoh comes back again and tries to get to you and misses as it bounces off the shield that you've just created. And since he did try to cast that spell, that was one of his actions. So he is done for the day on that one. Lyria,
Yikes.
what would you like to do?
Oh.
Come on, sniper.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of. Obviously, I don't know how Dark Shade is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go towards him.
Okay.
I know. And then
Maybe not that close. Maybe not that
He kind of
close.
threatened you.
I will say to
I mean,
you, I did
kinda,
say to you that
but-
Dark Shade's like not okay.
But remember, I wasn't there when he went nuts.
Oh, that's true. She has no idea.
So I
We didn't
don't
communicate at all. No, I told you that he ate a guy.
Yeah, but I didn't
Oh,
think
yeah.
it was that
You
way
came
towards
down. I was like,
us.
hey, he's a statue because he was like fucking eating people. So
I wouldn't think he was that way towards us.
Turning back into his old self.
So then,
seen him like this.
I mean,
I have.
I guess
His old new self.
I'll just I'll freaking spell
Okay.
Eldritch Blast and do it twice.
Alrighty.
6 games.
Yes.
I think you should just go with one because
Yeah.
probably
Think so?
die.
He'll probably.
You think so?
I mean, yeah, I
How
did.
bad does he look from the back?
He does look bloody, but he still looks like he's got a few little tricks up his sleeve. So
Chain gun it.
You can quick and spell
You
out.
give it to him.
I guess I could if I don't kill him the first time. I'll fucking spell it.
Don't your
Alright.
bracers give you double of them anyway, or no?
No,
Or just gives you
advantage.
advantage.
The
Doesn't let you
Ring.
cast it twice, right?
right. So instead of I'll just bonus. I'll do because I don't have to use a spell slot if I rehex him, right?
Nope.
Since the other
nope,
guy
those
died.
moves.
Yep.
So I'll just rehex him as my bonus action.
Okay.
so-
Same thing with dexterity.
Yeah.
All right.
I think you can even use it later after the battle, up to an hour. Or something.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, we'll use the ring for
All right.
turn that one up. 18.
18 does not hit.
22.
22 hits.
Perfect. And 23.
23 also hits. Alrighty. So these two bolts from the back.
Oh shit!
I duck.
Oh,
Yeah.
one is 15, and the other
15
is
damage.
10.
10 damage. And that's with your pluses as well?
Yes.
You roll
and
the
then
hex?
A hex. I need to roll
Okay. Give me the hex.
4.
4. Yeah, he is definitely mortal. He's barely holding on. Eldritch Blast crackling still over parts of his body.
How high up are you?
Little purple light.
20 feet? 25 feet?
Yeah.
You can jump that, right?
I think I can reach that. I'm large and I have 10 foot reach,
Yep.
so I'm
Like what?
All right.
Yeah, with your sword. Yeah,
Did you want to do anything else or no?
and I can jump.
yeah. So you can do it.
I don't.
Be like mine.
No.
All right. Dark Shade.
All right, I'm gonna charge towards him and leap up into the air.
What's your
And
movement?
40.
Yeah.
Oh, but if I'm leaping, no, but I think it counts as part of my movement.
Yeah.
Oh, you would be able to
Run,
jump like 5. Or
If
I
I
don't
need
even
to
think you need
bonus
to
action
jump.
dash, just to be able if I need to,
Yeah.
right? So bonus action dash,
Okay.
leap into the air.
Mhm.
I have like ×3 leap, right? Plus
Oh,
the
yeah.
ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
My boots, yeah.
you
So
probably
you
don't.
can reach him.
So you've snuck up on him.
Yeah. And then as I jumped up into the air, I'm gonna just kind of like come crashing down on him with some blows.
All right.
So
I raise my magical and physical shields. I see
As
Dark
you see
Shade
Dark
running
Shade.
this way.
so it was 20 exactly.
20 does not hit.
Does not.
And then
then I'm gonna run. Hit him with my other one.
Okay.
Good save.
Shit.
Oh
20
no.
again. And
Just this impressive thing. And you're coming down on him, and what gave you away is Mordai looked up at you and was like, oh, shoot. And as it did, it realized something was behind it and instinctively jumped out of the way. And air.
I'm not happy.
Yeah. All right, Mordai.
What happened to you finishing up? I'll say to you as I turn back to the vampire.
Poke the bear. Poke the
Oh,
bear.
absolutely.
Poke the bear.
I'm gonna rattle his cage.
Right.
Sorry, let's see.
Oh my gosh. All right, what are you doing?
Honestly, how hurt does he look?
It looks pretty hurt. Looks pretty
like
hurt.
about to die hurt.
Yeah, pretty much. Mortal is how I would call it.
I still have my sunbeam going, so I'll just hand in his face again.
You just start screaming.
3 episodes later.
No, it's definitely Masenko. Piccolo. Yeah, gotta do it. I love Piccolo.
Only
It's
one
con
punch,
save.
but 9,000 screams. All right, what is the save again?
Con 19.
Con 19. Let's see.
At disadvantage.
Yes, a disadvantage.
So that was his first one, which is a natural 20.
Yeah, we heard that.
Let's see what the next one is. 19.
So he
Oh,
succeeds
he
exactly.
He succeeds. He's holding on by a thread. He's just, no, I'm not going down, baby.
32 halves.
16.
All right, yeah, it still gets him.
I
made it.
And his rating damage too on top of that.
Yeah, so... And this is using that ball of light, right? It's
Mhm.
coming down on him. And so it hits him, and there's this like look of like, yeah, it's not going to get me. And then you see it just kind of slowly penetrating his body. And he starts to go into mist, and he's fearful. And you see him trying to back up as much as he can from it, but it's too late. As soon as he turns into this mist, immediately the mist turns to blood, and this whole blood spills onto the floor. He is now gone. And you
I'll
are now-
use my bonus action to fly 10 feet without provoking attacks of opportunity, and I'm going to fly away from the angry dark shade without
So-
getting any kind of reaction out of him towards
Are-
Lyria.
Are we out of combat at the moment, or are?
Let me roll real quick. Hold on.
Oh man!
Uh-oh.
Okay, so for like a split second, you kind of see like it kind of like looks like there's almost two of us, where like shadows like trying to pull, and like dark shades like pulling them back in, and then dark shadow actually like comes out and like pulls, but like very hard for him to like detach. But
Forcefully.
he forces shadow forces himself outside.
Oh
Deep
man!
And kind of like almost like looks back and just kind of like almost scatters and jumps into the shadow and disappears.
Oh, baby.
You are now
you?
out
Yeah, that's gonna look odd.
of combat.
I feel like I want to go find Pavel first.
Yeah, you have no idea
I'm
which
gonna
direction they've
tell
gone.
I'll tell
All
you.
right.
Yeah, but Lyria does.
I'll tell you, he was down in this room in the tanks with
All right, I'll go
With-
fly.
Maeve
Okay.
Go get Maeve and Pavel.
and my friend.
We'll bust everybody out. All right. Not just for them, but Pavel's a healer, so we'll get him first.
Okay, let me go ahead and move you guys again. There we go. You come into the
follow?
room.
Did you go wet?
Oh yeah, what are you doing?
I did not go follow. Well, maybe I'll just kind of stalk, kind of follow him, but not like kind of from the rear.
Okay. You do get the scent of the old scent of where he was the one who was carrying Maeve. And so he came into this room and left, but you know he's not here. But
That's kind of where I'm kind of like just kind of
Yeah.
checking where he went, kind of checking it out.
so yeah, you walk into the room and you can definitely smell that he was next to the Maeve glass coffin. And you walk in, and at this point you're back.
Regular.
Everybody in the coffins is very lethargic. They look worse than they did the first time that you were there. Your friend's eyes are just trying hard to keep them open, but she can't. You know that even if you were to talk to her, she wouldn't be able to understand you.
Just like mumbling out prayers to Lathander.
Can I
Lyria abandoned me.
just try and...
I see you come in, I'm like, oh, never mind.
I'll just try and pull the apple out.
Okay.
Don't reach in. I'll be like, no.
Okay.
You gotta do something else other than that. Like, I don't understand it.
I'm gonna.
Anything else? Don't reach in here. I know that for sure.
I'll mention what I saw in the other thing too. The coffins. There was these coffins and these things.
They had tongs.
These tongs. They had tongs. But I don't. Do we see tongs?
There are no tongs in this room.
I mean...
Oh, but...
What to do?
I could try.
If there are tongs in this room, that means they've messed up. You don't drain every drop from the precious cargo.
You guys got rope?
Yeah, I'll throw you a rope.
Am I like weakened state?
Can I actually
slowly,
cast
like...
Mage Hand and see if my Mage Hand can go in there? Or does my Mage
As soon
hand...
as the mage hand starts flicking it in, the fingers disappear, the hand disappears, it's gone.
I'm gonna tie the rope around myself.
You wouldn't even be able to like tie it around you, but you can do a lasso. He's right there.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a hard toss.
Do you know how to tie lassos?
I worked on a pirate ship.
Oh yeah, he knows.
You know knots.
He knows his nuts.
You know knots.
So you just toss it over him and you start pulling.
Yeah, sure.
You just toss it over him and start pulling.
Yeah.
It goes over him and you see him. He's trying to like help, but he can't even like move his arms very well. And as you grab a hold of the rope and you start pulling, his body starts to like fall forward and hit like some kind of a barrier that's there that you can't see. And as you keep pulling, you realize that his head's coming through, his arms are coming through.
Drowning.
But there's a point where his chest stops and it's not coming through. Something's holding him back from his back.
Anything visible? We go look at.
Yeah, go ahead and do... Well, actually, I wouldn't even need the perception. You can actually see a tether. The more that he pulls, you can see that tether coming more and more into existence, and you can see faint lines like strands of sewing thread. And each one of these strands is all attached to his back and going up to the very top of the coffin and being collected at the top. Each one of these, and there seem to be multiple of these lines all being pulled up to the top.
So since he can get my hands and my face out, though, can I cast Remove Curse?
You still can't cast. You're still lethargic. If you weren't lethargic, yes, you could. But it's your lethargy.
What about Cleansing Touch? It doesn't take casting.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
paladin thing.
Yeah, you can do cleansing touch.
Alright. Just say I can use it on myself as well.
Read the spell for me, brother.
You can use your action to end one spell on yourself or on one willing creature.
Nice. Yeah, that would do it actually.
So you get me out, I'm like, ugh! I'm tumbling out. Like,
Yeah.
oh. Is there any lasting effects or anything?
Yeah, you have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oh shit.
So 2 levels is disadvantage on
saving throws and attacks.
and attacks.
I believe. It's been a while since I looked at it.
Let me pull up my.
I mean, I have like full all my healing, so I would heal myself up.
But I don't
The only thing that helps with exhaustion is
Greater
rest.
restoration.
Yeah, long rest.
Or greater restoration, I think, right?
Yeah.
So then I do Greater Restoration.
Okay.
Don't you have that on your necklace?
Use it on me.
I have 2. I have 2 beads of Greater Restoration, 1 of the
Call
the Plain Rattler.
It takes
And I
you.
have, like, some lesser ones with like less.
It takes you some time, but you feel like you're getting your stuff back.
And then I'm like, do the same. If you can get Maeve out, I'll Cleansing Touch her.
As soon as you get part of her body out, you would do the same spell again. It disconnects the threads and she falls out.
I'll try and catch her.
But that was I can't heal her exhaustion, but I'll heal her up to where she's at least like
And
Do they have less
no longer
health?
unconscious.
Are they damaged?
Yeah, actually, you'd be down half of your hit points. Both you and Maeve.
I'll give you a first level.
Just get a little
Well,
top
something.
off. Yeah.
My heals are always so shit.
89 damage.
You heal 10 points from Mordai.
I'm gonna heal Maeve up until she's conscious, but that's it. I
Okay.
know that I can't heal the exhaustion, so then I'm pretty much just gonna be like, gotta get Maeve out of here.
Well, what about these two?
I will. So, something super cool about the broom.
My friend.
Yeah, I'll come in touch with friends. They're out.
Okay.
So
You
you
can
can
do that as much as you
send
want,
the
right?
broom
No.
alone
I
to
have
travel
five of
to a
them.
destination within 1 mile of you. If you speak a command word and name the location you are familiar with that place, the brooms come back to you when you speak another command word. Can I try and
Send Maeve.
put Maeve in a sling and smack my broom on the ass and send her?
Yeah!
Yeah,
To
actually, because
go-
Maeve is so small and your
There's
room
doors
is
that
so
are
thin,
closed.
you could get through the hole.
I'll have the broom fly Maeve to Atlas, because then Atlas can.
Oh yeah,
actually
Atlas is right at the top of those
protect
holes.
her. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So yeah,
And
your
I'll
broom
have
is
my broom
gone.
protect.
Maeve is gone. Are you going to help with her buddy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
Friend.
So you do the same thing. You
Going
put the
fishing
rope
today.
around her. She's like kind of crumpled, so it's harder. It takes you a few more tries to get the rope around her. Kind of like one of those little
Wiggling.
claws trying to get the thing out of the
Don't
claw.
talk to her like that.
The claw.
Well, she needs to quit wiggling.
But after a little bit of time, you're actually able to grab a hold of her and start pulling. And as soon as her head is out, and you see these tendrils pop off of her and start going up to the top, she just falls to the ground in front of you. Now she does, as she hits the ground, or at least not fully, because you're going to catch her, right?
Yeah.
Like when her body, the rest of her body kind of hits the ground a little bit. Her eyes kind of start flickering slightly open. Her eyes are kind of just rolling in different directions. We see that one of them is trying to concentrate on who you are. She says, Lyria. Are we dead? Are we?
No. Not yet.
Thank goodness we're dead.
She's healing.
And she passes out.
Okay.
She thinks she's dead. And she's happy.
Let's go to a better place.
And
Okay.
so she's ready just to go on to a better place. And at this point, we'll take a quick break.
Yay!
And then we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Makes sense.
Hello again. Thank you so much for letting us have a quick break. Some of us need to refill our drinks and this and that, as you would. So, back together again. You've just freed all 4 of the individuals that are in these casks, including the additional fairy that was caught in the last one. It took a little longer to get her than the others because she's just so tiny.
Right?
And yeah, she's near death. You can tell that she's got...
So I use all 4 cleansing touches to get them out. Do I need to heal them up at all?
The last one probably needs some healing because if she doesn't, she's probably going to die.
And then what does her friend look like? I don't know if I got a good description.
Oh, yeah.
Of her.
So why don't you go and describe what she looks like?
Oh my goodness! I
Like,
didn't think about
I had to do
this
myself.
far.
What race?
She's a
Brave.
smart.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
then we got the fairy too.
She's probably.
She's hot.
I don't-
Oh, love
Yeah.
Automatically.
But she's also very, like, she's got a much darker complexion.
Darker hair. Darker
Yeah.
hair
Oh yeah,
color.
black hair. I don't know if they would have taken her armor off.
Oh, yeah. She's got nothing.
Okay, so she's got nothing.
Yeah. It's
But she's fairly, like,
dark shade
I give
lights.
her-
Let me rephrase.
she's fairly well muscled. Like, you can see
Yeah.
the muscles. Like, she's
it's time.
she's
Yeah.
pretty strong. But
So that's the way she used to look.
oh yeah, now she looks kind of.
Now she looks like emaciated.
reason.
Lots of her muscles have they're gone. Like there's
Like,
hardly
she's like
any.
almost anorexic.
Yeah.
Kinda ish.
Yeah, I mean, she still looks great because she was starting from this point of strength, but she looks more like a anorexic model at this point, as
Yeah.
opposed to this warrior, strong woman that she was before. But yeah, she's.
Pull out a robe that I have in my bag and give it to her. And sorry.
They're not nude.
Oh.
I feel like I need to rephrase this. They're just in like.
Case, you know,
I
they're
thought
like
this is supposed
they're
to be
like
a
blood,
role-playing game.
cold and like emaciated. And
Mhm. Yeah, so they were actually put into like nice robes almost. Even like they're silk. 'Cause, I mean, these
They
people
had the cult
are.
robes.
No, they're
They
just
look
like
the same
nice
as everybody?
fancy robes that the
Mark them
fancy.
is different.
Yeah, these guys are the special ones. They get these nice robes, dress them up. You drain them slowly because you don't just sip a. You sip a nice wine. You
We'll
don't
spare
gulp
the
it.
dying. We'll get them up, and then these tanks. Is there anything like external?
Mhm.
I'm pretty mad about this whole operation. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do some smashing.
If you look up at the top, you realize that there is a canister almost that's holding on to all the blood. And what happens is that when the vampires go and they touch the glass, it turns slightly, so there's a pool that comes down off the side. And then when they take their hands off, it just closes again, and it's sealed up. You realize that for the other two, the canisters are almost completely and utterly full. However, on yours, actually all 3 of yours, Maeve and Kym as well, it's just started that process, and so there's only maybe a thumb's worth of blood in that whole thing. So yeah,
Can we take the tanks?
they are bolted to the ground and to the walls.
We have a lot of We have
Can we
vampire.
get the blood out?
Oh, how the
I do
hell
have
would
like
you-
shape water. You can
Definitely try.
I'm gonna smash
We can definitely try.
with my hammer.
I also have an all-purpose tool, so
Roll to hit.
I have my
I want to
all
hit the tank.
just directly the blood tank directly.
You get your hammer. You start swinging, and you hear crunching. But as soon as you pull back, all the glass that was broken just comes right back to where it was.
I'll take out my all-purpose tool and I'll transform it into a wrench and just start.
It is welded
Well,
to the ground. Bolted and welded. This is high class, high importance stuff in this room. The other ones, you could definitely take those off. I
You
mean,
said
they.
we're in like the 900s, right?
What's that?
You said we're in like the 900s, like time era.
This year is 8.
Hold on. I'm gonna use acid to melt it next.
Timeline. 894. 894.
Can I just start
The year of our king. Continue.
acid splash on the bolts?
Slowly starting to bubble. But then even after a little bit of the time, it just washes to the side and it looks clean. Like, hey, you just cleaned this up. Thanks for the...
Alright,
The
I don't think we
niceness.
should waste any more time in
Yeah.
here. I tried to break it. Obviously, we should just go.
Rescue.
As I'm gurgling on my lung butter.
I know.
Yeah, someone's still stuck. Just want to
We
point
need-
that
we
out.
need-
Darkshade's
rescue
gone. Like Darkshade's not even in there anymore.
Where's. Oh, wait, I don't even know you're there.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, we need to go rescue Heim, and we need to go attack these vampires.
Darkshade's here, but he's like not that okay. You'll see. He's like kind of feral.
Like 2008 Britney Spears.
Well,
No, like
Shit.
man
He got back,
who's
he's like,
survived
He's
a war,
bald?
has lived in the woods for 47 years. He's just stumbled across the town for the first time.
Like a World War II veteran going back.
well, if there's
Normandy
anywhere to
for
let
the
him
first
loose,
time.
it's here.
True. Just
Uh,
don't get in the way.
not much we can really do about that right now. Let's go find Heim. You know where he is, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll gladly.
All right, you can walk into the other room.
Uh-oh.
The room with all the battle. You do see 3 splashes of blood, pools of blood on the ground. And you would know this since you've been with vampires before, that this is where they took their final resting. You continue on through that room, and you go down a few passageways, and you find the room with 60 of those vials with all the coffins, with all the different people inside them.
Got some undead and some vampires.
Yeah, the undead are more like hired help at this point. They just kind of, I mean, they see you guys walking in and they don't make any kind of anything. They just keep following along, doing their thing, feeding the people in the tubes, taking the
Should I
dead
smoke
out.
him?
Yeah, let's break everything in here.
Well, isn't there still the vampires and the zombies in here?
The zombies are, the vampires are gone. The ones who ate were the ones in the room that you guys took
Yeah,
out.
but there was still wasn't
Yeah.
there still 2?
Yeah, and they left.
They left.
Oh, and there were ones.
And they're the ones you guys took out.
Can I make a perception on disadvantage to see if I even hear them walk in?
You wouldn't even know.
Okay,
You are
I kind of believe
you are toasted. You're gonna feel a lot better as soon as they get you out. But
Going through.
lasso
I'm
and
busting.
Yeah.
as soon as you get your hammer again,
we
you
have
start-
tongs, right? I'm gonna start tonging people.
Oh,
Tongue
yeah,
him,
the
people.
tongs.
Cast armor of magnetism. I get one free one a day, so.
All right. So you got that. So
Should I
you grab the
already have it on?
tongs, and
I have pounds.
you realize as soon as you start grabbing a hold of somebody, you can almost hear a snap from the back as the tendrils are moved, and you just pull them straight out.
Are they magical tongs? Can I tell? This is
Um,
obviously not normal if I couldn't pull myself in.
yeah. So there is a magic about them, but it's more like a lock and a key kind of a situation.
Okay.
It's going in. It's attaching itself to these wires and like little magical snippers.
I'm gonna look for him specifically first.
Yep, he's in the back. You can see him in the back,
I
and he's
can't
just.
help it. Like anybody who I see it's alive, I'll also like on my pathway. I'm like, oh, okay, real quick. Okay. Oh shit! Okay. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Kang just fucking rolls moans.
Yep. So you're pulling out these people. Again, the people who look more like villagers or homeless and that kind of thing, they come out and they are extremely emaciated. A lot like the fairy that was in the original room with you guys. Everybody else seems like they are all wearing some kind of an unofficial uniform. And they seem a lot more like you. So they've recently been placed in here. So they still have a little more wits about them. Even to look at the blood, and there's only about like 2 thumbs worth of blood inside them. So you finally get to Kaim. Use your magical tongs of magic.
Click them first. Make sure they work.
Exactly.
Start pulling them out, and you come to. You start. You have 2 levels of exhaustion, but you are back in the regular world again. You still have the bracelet on your wrist, though.
Oh, thank you guys.
And be like, what's that?
This plan's not going according to plan.
Why did we get captured in the first place?
Well,
to lead
we
us
didn't know
to
any
their
other way
base.
to get here, to find this place.
Why are we here?
So put an end to all of this. This is what's This is happening in your city.
These are the ones that attacked your house. They stole all the
Okay,
rest of the shit.
where are they?
Well, they flew
Well,
away.
we already killed a bunch. Like 6 vampires.
How many vampires did we see in total? Coming in and out.
By the
So
way.
there was the 5.
The
and
5
how
in
many-
there.
How many flew up?
I would say that you would probably guess
There's 10
about
initially.
27 that you've seen total.
Coming in and out.
In and out. It's a hard. It's only going to go up from there somewhere. It's a
Okay.
27, 37.
Roughly how many we've seen kind of coming in.
There's a lot, way more than you're used to seeing. Like,
And then, of course, there's all of these blood bags that are feeding all of these ones, right?
mhm.
This is one of the farms.
I'm gonna raise up my wrist and say I can't do any magic with this on, but I can't take it off.
Mordai!
Can I try and take it off?
Mhm.
I'm right here. Why are you yelling?
Which?
Morta!
All right. So, what spell are you going to try to use on this?
Stuck up on
Spell
this.
magic.
Oh, looks like you're stuck.
Can I
no.
use the same spell magic real quick?
Uh-uh.
You have spell that? Even if you're rock, doesn't matter.
I have magic missile.
Please
You can
don't.
definitely try.
No. Hold out your hand!
This will only sting until it's gone.
Can I,
Okay,
I
my
have a
hand.
thought.
Yeah.
Can I try and use
So I got this.
shape
I'll hold my
water
hammer to you. I'm like,
to
I like
Put-
my hand.
water
I can heal it up
underneath
afterwards.
Make it slippery.
and then freeze it so that the bracelet expands because liquid expands
Oh.
when it freezes.
No, when it melts.
Shape water. Goes all the way around the band.
Yeah,
You freeze the band.
but it wouldn't
I can
expand.
expands.
affect I can affect
And
a
then-
5-foot cube, and ice absolutely will bend metal. I'm given the right circumstances.
And so it would
it'll probably hurt
bend.
your wrist, but
Maybe enough to loosen it?
No,
enough
that's
to
what I said
loosen
though. I
it.
told him I got the hammer.
So we're
I'll
talking-
smash his hand. pull
So
the
first we're
bracelet off,
talking
and I'll heal it
damage.
up. We're good.
Damage to the cold, because that's going to be freaking cold to expand the
depends
metal.
how fast, right?
you'll be
Yeah.
Because I have fur.
Yeah, you're going to lose some fur.
Alternate plan.
Exactly.
You're going to have a human-looking hand with
Ice
it.
or, dry ice or anything.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Dry ice. We're talking about dry
I'll
ice.
heal you. You'll be fine.
Yeah. It's going to hurt like a Dickens, but hey,
Fair enough. Charles, let's go.
let's do this. So do chill touch damage?
That's necrotic.
No, not chill touch. What are we talking about? Ice.
Yeah,
So,
like,
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. That's good.
So 3d8 cold.
Yeah, 3d8. Remember, you're also down 50% of your hit points at the moment.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be really cold and really uncomfortable. I've always wanted to try this.
I gave you good
All eights.
No, but pretty good. 14 points of cold.
Okay, 14, and it stings Your immediate reaction is you want to fight back. You're like, nope, I can't do that because he's trying to help me. And now it's a pulling contest.
Oh, I'll pull.
All right. Who else wants to pull?
I'll pull it.
All right.
How much damage?
14.
14 damage. And now we're going to see how much bludgeoning damage you're going to take from the pulling.
I'm fine.
Okay, so let's have the two of you guys who are helping with this do strength checks on the both of you.
Guidance.
Can I just give him
Only give
advantage?
Fine.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you advantage.
Just help.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do it again.
I'll just help.
With guidance.
The guidance.
So she's holding on to him,
Yep.
and you're holding on to the
The bracelet.
bracelet.
Oh, I'm yanking it.
All right, what do you got?
I got 25.
25. You're also going to take the same 14 damage from the ice because you're touching it as well. Your hands almost like sear as you grab a hold of it, and in
Magic
one
strong.
quick moment, you hear
My
Kaim say,
plan was better than this. Just gonna snatch his hand and pull it out.
"There you go." This is not too far from the truth here.
Smash him at it.
So you hear a searing as you grab a hold of the bracelet, and you're like, "Hey, before you!"
Say, Lathander, damn it!
So the first thing you notice is that it's free. The second thing you notice is that it's got a lot of hair on it. You're free.
I immediately just hand you a potion of greater healing.
There you
Here
go.
I'll cast.
It doesn't
Cure
bring
Wounds.
back the hair.
No.
You're healed.
How much is...
You are now hairless on your arm.
4 years down.
There you go.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 4th level.
Oh, big one.
And then I'm gonna use my Prova power to get a 4th level spell on that.
Smart. Ooh, that's pretty
12,
good.
20, 21, plus 5. I heal you 26 points.
Oh, hell yeah. Fucking
Sorry,
back to max.
that was...
Nice.
Max?
Yeah.
We're at half health and then you took 14
Well,
more.
we had 10 hit points.
You still have those, so.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm sorry.
I'm very squishy. Very, very squishy.
Alright.
All right, so you guys have everybody back together again. People are a little emaciated at the moment with their.
Dirk's gonna turn up.
What do you guys? Yeah, what is Darkshade doing at this moment? We got to cut back to you.
Hunting.
Yeah.
He's been hunting.
minus
He
2, actually.
he went out and he's still kind of like trying to follow up back outside and then back up to the top, kind of that. And then I lost my scent, so.
Actually, you wouldn't have lost it.
Oh, no?
No. You follow them for a while, and you realize that they're all going in different directions. And the one in particular that you're going after, he heads to a mansion that looks as though it's been like abandoned, like run down. And he goes inside, and when he does, do a perception or investigation, either one.
In a mansion?
Yeah,
Can I take the bracelet and put it in my bag?
you absolutely may.
I
Oh, it
thought,
un-
I thought
when
it
it's-
was all powerful.
It unlocks itself.
I'm gonna smash anything I can.
18.
I'm gonna destroy this farm.
You see somebody inside that he's going to go and see, and the person that you're looking at actually makes you pause. These other ones, the vampires you guys have been messing with out here, they're stronger than normal. They're buffer than normal. The one that you're looking at is at least 2 feet taller than them. He looks like he has been around a really, really long time. You would classify this one as an old one.
Got it.
And not only is he an old one, there's just things about him that look off.
It's kind of mutated a little bit.
It mutated is the exact word. You're not sure how, but you can tell he's had mutations things done to him. So he gives you some pause.
Nosferatu.
Darkshade likes this. Darkshade likes a challenge.
Like the ones that you saw at the Cullen Keep, the mutations.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking of. But now it's been done to an old one. Those were zombie ghouls that you were messing with, and they almost took your guys' lunch.
Yeah.
This is an old one who's been messed with.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna just kind of scope it out for a minute.
you're like, ooh, look at that. That's fine.
Yeah.
So,
that's what I'm thinking. That looks fun.
That looks.
I
I
might
might.
come back to this.
Yeah.
Well, me and my mages, we're gonna destroy the farm as best as we can.
Yeah, these ones are a lot easy. They take more than one hit, of course. They do have some kind of regenerative properties to them, but there's not enough of these. These things are meant to be used
and I got
then
like a holy
tossed.
hammer and do radiant
Lyria and I
damage.
back to back, just Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, pretty much.
All three
Around
of
the
you.
room.
Yeah, by the time you guys are finished, everything in this entire room has been destroyed. You have 60 people with you now.
Oh, I thought
All
most
of
were
them-
dead.
The people that are dead are thrown to the side.
Yeah,
The people
we're in the
inside
middle.
are all still alive. at this point.
No.
And so you have a whole group of people now who are with you. Most of them, again, are at least half health. Most of them, again, are wearing very similar outfits. They can talk to you, but they're still feeling dizzy and
This is
disorganized.
nearby the sewers, right?
Yeah, can we try and collapse these caves? Make them
I don't know
unaccessible.
if you have time for that. We need to get these people out of here. Let's take them to your teleportation circle and get them
I'm gonna turn.
to shield glare.
I'm gonna turn to Val first and ask him to join in prayer to try to have Lathander cleanse this place of holiness.
Like, it's gonna take a lot more than one prayer for that.
Fair enough.
One
Well,
good
job
prayer.
on destroying it. And then we all four of us jump up and get a high five at the same time. Like, jump shot, high five.
There you go. High five prayer.
All right,
Well, Thunder,
Fine,
go!
fine, shame.
but we gotta get this
Okay.
out of here. We're right next to the
Yeah,
sewers.
you're master babysitter, okay?
Man,
I'm the
that
only
was a
one
very-
that's been able to.
That was a close one.
So,
we need to go after
I'm like, oh man, this is how we get
There you go.
monetized and then demonetized.
There you go.
Probably have they probably have family here or whatever. Just let them go.
yeah, they're all adults, mostly.
Let them go home and sleep.
Let's
Sleep
give
it off.
them. We can give them food, and then they'll be able to take care of themselves.
Yeah, they're all adults.
It's like homeless people.
All right.
Well,
Are they all
adults?
Some of
That's why I
the
was like,
some of the villagers, homeless people, are young. They're teenagers. They're not children. But only maybe like 2 or 3 of those guys.
So I'm gonna give them a speech. I'm pretty charismatic. I don't
Okay.
have a speech on the moment, but I'm gonna like find one of them who's. I'm like, I need you to lead these people. Who knows where the ratkin are in the sewers? I know you all have lived here. Who could take them to where the ratkin are?
Which one are you talking to? A villager, a teenager, or one of the ones in the uniforms?
Oh boy.
I don't trust the
Ooh.
cultists. Yeah, one of the.
You said the culties?
Yeah, the second option,
That was the team.
not the teenager.
Okay,
Villager.
homeless.
The villager. Yeah, the homeless. The homeless
Homeless.
live in the slums. They know where the.
The villagers, homeless people, they're the most emaciated. Like they're near death. You can give a little bit of healing and probably save a few of those guys.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, all you
Tell me
need
how
is
much.
one to lead the others.
They all gonna be standing. So yeah, tell me how much healing.
so there's 7 of those guys who are near death.
The villagers, they don't have that much health.
Oh yeah, they don't.
It's like a Mike Myers type.
Yeah, it's great stuff, isn't it?
Horror.
This is wonderful. I like my new mix.
How much healing?
7 of them. All they need is 1 hit point, really, just to keep themselves going.
Alright. And then who's like the leader homeless guy?
You know what? They don't have a leader.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Yeah,
If
who's
you,
where's Dirty Mike?
there you
Just
go.
need a car.
It's always a leader.
All dirty mics. I'm telling you right now. They're all leaders in their own minds.
Alright. I'll pick the least scruffy looking one and be like,
That's a strong fight for that
Are you
position.
profiling? He must be profiling.
All
in
pretty
a
scruffies.
hurry.
No, you want the scruffiest one. That's gonna be
Scruffiest one?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
gonna know.
Fear equals wisdom.
Homeless beard especially.
There you go.
I'm gonna ask all of them, like real quick, like who knows where the ratkin are? That's where you're safe. You need to go there now. Get out of here.
They have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean, ratkin? There's no ratkin. What is a ratkin?
I'm gonna whip
The-
up
the sewers.
a rudimentary map of where they need to go
That's my
with
color,
like
dark
cr-
shade.
crayon and shit. Here you go.
We need you to hide in the sewers.
Go here.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're homeless and stuff, but they don't really want to go into the sewers. They're gonna have to do a
Smell like
persuasion
it
check on that
already.
Yeah. Persuade him.
one.
I'm pretty fucking persuaded.
Investigation for you. Because you took off, right?
I'm gonna go with you.
I'm looking for dark
Yeah,
shade.
I'm gonna go with you. I just need to make sure that the people. Oh hell yeah! The people that I rescue. I got a rogue natural 20. Yeah.
All right.
What?
I rally them.
What
I'm
kind
like, come on! I just saved all of you.
Hear ye hopeless, lend me your ears.
To the sewers.
Can I roll a history check to see how good my math is?
With being a scholar, I would say that you're pretty good at this. I mean, you're used to like taking down extreme
Well, it's
detail.
also-
You're from this town.
It's my town. Yeah.
and it's your town. The sewers were new to you, but you're like, I'm pretty confident. I know where I'm going.
Here is a Google Maps.
Google.
No,
where
map
you
quest.
Yeah,
map
quest.
There you go. There you go.
Print that bitch out.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you
Turn
go.
left, take 3
400
miles.
feet. Yeah.
Rerouting.
Really weird road trip.
24
Yeah.
for searching for dark shade.
All right, so Darkshade at this point is not too hard to track because he's leaving very telltale signs behind him because he's just booking it trying to get to where he's going to. So you're able to catch up to him after a while. You find
I
yourself.
bury my shit.
Yeah, it's a cat, dude.
You do find
It's
yourself.
the P. The
at
P,
the
they just
same-
mark on all that shit.
You find yourself at the same mansion that's dilapidated, falling apart, and do a perception check to see if you can see the creature inside.
After I rally my homeless squad, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna pursue. as well.
27.
Yeah, you see the exact same thing, and it gives you a chill. Like, you haven't felt this worried since you saw the Black Swordsman.
Do I see him?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like. You
Uh,
didn't see me
You're
at
like
first.
stalking, right?
Yeah. So you didn't see me at first, but I definitely kind of just popped up next to you. Like once I saw you checking out the situation, it's like, yeah, looks fun, don't it?
I agree.
The ones that are a part of the group are huddling together, and they're all talking with one another. You see that there are some spellcasters with each other, so they're starting to heal themselves, and get themselves back up and running and stuff. They look organized.
Cool. We're gonna pursue.
All right.
They have you now.
Yeah. So the homeless all shamble out together. The group that is coordinated, they kind of give you guys a look, and one of them tosses a coin at you. And you look at the coin, and it's got some like an inscription on there, but you're not really sure what that inscription means. You've never seen it before, but it's not a coin that you use for money. It's not like a gold piece.
Yeah.
It's on a gold piece, but it's not has any of the symbols whatsoever of that. And they kind of give you a nod, to give you a respect, and they all just take off. Within moments,
Got the nod.
they're just gone.
All right. Yeah.
All
All right. Let's go find everybody else.
right.
So like now that I'm back with him, I'm just gonna kind of I want the big one. Maybe you guys seem like y'all handled yourselves pretty good earlier. Maybe you guys can handle his little minions while I take him out.
I think we should regroup and rest for a moment.
I mean, he's right there.
Mm-hmm. But we're watching him, so he hasn't gone anywhere yet. So maybe we'll sit our ass time away. Get the rest of the group here. Back up,
As you're watching, you see the one that you were tracking. You see him like talking, like very animated to the one that he's looking at, the old one. And you can see the old one has this scowl on his face. And then before you're even really able to see what happens, you just see the other one's head just explode.
The one I was tracking, his head explodes.
His head just explodes, and his body just crumples and then turns into that ash.
Didn't I give him good news?
And
Okay.
then, from your perspective, you didn't even see him move.
Right.
He just exploded, and that was it.
Wow.
Next thing you see is that it's almost like his body turns into some kind of like a mist. And then its place, you see an extremely large, extremely vicious-looking bat, about the size of a horse, with enormous wings, and just the ugliest, craziest-looking face you've ever seen. And he just lumbers up to the side, jumps off, and just is gone.
Well, there goes your hunt.
No.
We'll get him next time. I did want to fight him.
I don't want to.
And when I say by
feel
the
like
size of a
you
horse,
and I
I mean just the
agree.
body is the size of the horse.
Sure.
So it's a very large bat.
We're giving chase. Do we see it fly off?
No, you don't.
Did I see
Which
which
direction?
direction it fly?
Yeah, which direction was it going?
So let me go and pull up the actual map of.
The city? Do you have the map of the town?
I do not have a map of the town, but I do have a map of this. So basically, you guys are very close to the center of Donbury.
Yeah.
And you would say that this thing is going more towards Bitterhorn.
Okay, so northwest.
Yep. And so it just goes up into those mountains areas.
Oh.
I want to go see the witches.
Or up
But
here.
not north.
Yes, this
This
direction.
way.
Between Bitterhorn and Horn
Bitterthorn.
and
And there's
Goldcrest area.
Oh. Through here.
Between that.
Back towards
goes
us.
on.
Yeah.
That general direction.
Check. Cool.
So, what you thinking? Let's go find the others.
You might be right about it this time.
What's up, guys?
As you watch it, it doesn't take long before it just looks like a cloud. You were only able to see it for maybe 10, 15 feet, and then just gone.
Wow. Okay, interesting.
Which is why these guys, when they come up and they're looking for you, they don't see it at all.
Just looking at.
Roll for investigation investigation. That's for the three of you. To find them.
Oh yeah, we're hiding.
I want to
I didn't roll very
go
well.
and check the mansion.
24.
I will go with you.
You're able to find them. What'd you roll?
17 plus 5.
Oh.
22.
Perfect. So the two of you, with your combined knowledge, you know these guys really, really well, and you know your town, and so with your combined knowledge, you're able to like navigate through and look for signs, and actually able to find them.
Lyria would know we're sitting on a rooftop somewhere.
Yeah. Are you going to go into the mansion as well to see what's going on?
Yes.
I'll pull my Rocky Talkie out of my pocket.
Hey, Fortnite, come in!
So yeah, at this point
Hello, did you finally put your damn ear in?
Forgot about these things.
What are you talking to?
It's here. Hello?
Hello.
Is there an
Got
echo?
quiet.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Am I
Well,
coming through?
I'm just kidding. This is Mordai.
Oh, hi. So, I mean, we all get caught up, I'm assuming.
So we're in the I'm in the mansion. I want to go to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
I'll
gotta-
be like, we're going in.
As you go
find,
through the mansion,
your dad's potions and his rest of his journals.
Everything. I'm gonna hand it back.
I want to go to
Do we have
the
a
vampire.
restaurant?
Let's maybe start in the room wherever I saw. Were they up inside the
Yeah.
building?
the
Yeah,
whole
I'm
top
sure
portion,
y'all
like that
can make-
second story area, it looks like it's all caved in, which is why you're able to see them way up high there. The rest of the mansion is very much the same kind of dilapidated. If you take the wrong step, you're going to go through the floor type of a situation.
Okay.
Because of your spider climbing ability, is the only reason you're even able to make it to the second floor.
Okay.
I float on my broom.
Yeah, so you're able to get there pretty quickly. You would know this area as like there was a fire here, and you're not even sure, it was a big deal at the time. This is like 35 years back, and the fire just caught everything, destroyed everything.
It's been
The
abandoned
family,
for a while.
yeah, very much abandoned. There's some stories when like kids and things in town will be like, oh, there's that place is haunted. You don't go
You
there.
get dared as a kid to go in there.
Yeah.
They say.
The thing is that even the adults don't go over there. Like everybody's talked about tearing it down and building something new, but no one wants to go near the place.
It's almost taboo or cursed.
It's taboo more than anything else. Even the kids, they are not even like. Usually, it's like go run up and touch the door.
Right.
For these guys, it's go run up to the garden that's in front of the mansion. That's far enough, and people have a hard time even doing that. When you guys go in,
Just walked right fucking in.
yeah, even when you guys are going in there and you're able to see the mansion, going into it, there's just an air about the place. It's
Bad
just evil, and something horrible happened here. You're not sure what it is.
Do I get any sense of where the dark presence is emanating from? With the entity, Dark Shade,
Oh yeah!
have any kind of feeling as far as would there
Holy
be-
cow! You're right. Wow. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Back to the shard and anything like that. That one.
Okay, so yeah, all right. You make your way through. As you are making your way through, Shadow doesn't want to go with you. Shadow stays outside.
Yeah.
I'll cast bless on us, and I'll be like, all right, be careful.
Do I get a bless?
Go in it.
Yeah.
It's only for 3. So it's convenient.
You're also
Mordai,
gone.
go ahead and roll for perception. And since you know something's up with Darkshade, and you're seeing Shadow
Did you
not want to
get
follow him,
protection?
go ahead and do it with advantage.
Not and bless at the same time.
What does bless do?
Can I guidance
It's
myself?
D4 on attack.
Yeah,
roll,
you would
D4
be
on
able to
saving throws.
know you need some
Well,
assistance
from the
with this
I feel
roll.
like at this point, Shadow would even be just kind of diving into the shadows and disappearing. Maybe like you might see like 2 yellow eyes every now and then. And it's
Yeah.
Is that insight?
No,
Dark
it's
shade?
perception.
Oh, perception? Okay. That's Is that 18?
18 with advantage.
Roll a 3 and a 9.
You, for a moment, his shadow, like not the animal shadow, but his actual shadow, seems like it doesn't look right for whatever reason. You're not able to really catch on what it is, the shadow of. Maybe it's just the way the moonlight's hitting him and as he's climbing on the walls and things. He's climbing kind of weird anyways, right? But for whatever reason, it gave you kind of a chill. But you're not able to tell what it is. The other thing that's bothering you is that you can hear a growling noise. And the noise sounds as though it's coming from a very large, feral animal. And you realize it's coming from Darkshade. However, his lips aren't moving. But it's emanating from him.
Can we hear it from the first floor?
No. Only because he's flying up there, he notices this. It's this low. It's that growl that when you stumble upon an animal that's going to attack. It's that stay away, or I'm going to pounce on you kind of growl. Very deep and guttural, but even in dark shadow mode, he's not that big enough to make that deep growling noise.
almost like demonic.
Yeah, I would say that. Very demonic, very large, like gargantuan size noise, but deep and low and menacing.
Foreshadowing.
Could very well be.
Can I?
While you're thinking,
Put one into your ring?
you sense something familiar, and you're not really sure what it is. Go ahead and roll for insight.
The bottom of this, could I do some history checks? I can see.
Yeah, we'll just be looking for.
Mhm.
We're blessed, and we're gonna investigate the bottom floor, I guess. Where did we see the? Where did y'all see the old one? I'm assuming in the.
Oh, it's gone now. It's already been done for a
What
while.
floor was it on?
It was on the second floor, the one
We're
that's
there.
opened up.
Correct.
Okay.
So I got a 12 on that one.
Something tastes familiar in the air. You can't put your finger on it.
And I can't find it.
You can't find it, but it tastes familiar.
But it's like somewhere close.
It was.
So this has to do with your beast.
What'd you roll for history?
18.
18. You recognize the pictures on the walls. Like some of them are still in halfway shape.
I've been in this place before it got burned down.
Yes, you would have known the family.
Yeah.
It was actually a. Mouse, where did you go? There you go. Okay, the house was originally owned by the Lone Spear family.
Okay.
The Lone Spears were. The Lone Spear's daughter and new son are now the ones who were in charge of the police. The older family was the one who owned the house, and now the house is gone.
Right.
So they are the ones who died in here. It was the grandparents, basically, right? Lone Spear now is already himself is now an older person, even though he was the son. Yeah. So you see pictures of all those guys, and that kind of stuff.
Did we find anything? We went from this.
Everything here is dilapidated, ruined by rain and weather and the fire.
No signs of recent anything in here.
No, nothing on the first floor.
Nothing up here either.
Second floor has a lot more traffic.
It's just for them flying in.
But you notice that there's only traffic in specific areas of the floor. Like they already know which parts not to step on. And so they can see parts of it are worn. But no one's made any point to...
Hide any cachets. Or
Yeah, this is just a meeting place.
No loot boxes around. Heavy chest.
I set aside saddle on my broom and I make sure not to touch anything.
Yeah, it's just a meeting place. It's not a hideout.
Okay.
Can you track any others?
They kind of broke off on me. I might be able to catch your scent.
We know they'll go back to the farm.
Can I walk around with Dispel
Go there and
Magic?
wait.
Or sorry, Detect Magic naturally?
Yeah, you can start
Set an
casting
ambush.
it kind of just around.
Well, it's anything within 30 feet of me shows up with an orb. Or
Okay.
an aura
Of magical
it's
essence?
magic.
Yeah, you would go around and there is some magic, but it's magic that the rich people put on some of their like hinges so they don't squeak. You find weird things like that, like super old magic of there's hinges that are still looking fantastic, but the door is rotted off.
And then I'm gonna try to find a way to do the second floor.
Ooh, that's gonna be a tough one.
I don't know how, but
I'll say we just go back to the farm. Set an ambush for them.
Can I also check the top floor?
There's only the 2 floors. There's the roof, but it's just a roof.
No attic?
Well, yeah, there is, but it would just be dilapidated. And you could actually see it from where you're at. Just fly up there. There may have been some things up there that were useful, but that's where all the smoke and damage and everything caught up there. It's the
Place
worst.
seems like a dead end.
Right.
I want to kill some vampires.
one wouldn't pick this place
Your pint?
if it weren't special to them, though.
It's out of the way. Everybody's afraid to come here.
It's already
So are you saying something about the Lone Spears?
Yeah, this used to be the grandparents' house. And they died in the fire, but we don't know what happened after. None of the estate was really disclosed to anybody.
So Lone Spears might be connected to this whole vampire conspiracy.
Possibly.
Or not?
And that's what makes me curious on why vampires would occupy this space rather than a new one.
Vampires like
mean, yeah.
old hovels, like
Or where people are too afraid to go.
Yeah.
It's out of the way.
Good places already rotted.
Good
and
place to do
dilapidated,
nefarious
and
business.
natural rotten magic of vampire doesn't show up as well here. Nothing is out of place in a rotten abandoned house.
What was here when you guys got here? Any
An
vampires?
enormous, super spooky vampire who was like kind of mutated, like a little fucked up, and then this other vampire came in, and he gave bad news, and then just like exploded his head, like didn't even move or anything.
It's supposed to be the master they were referring to.
Probably.
How big was it?
The other ones are like 7 feet tall, so like 9 feet tall now.
The size of a horse.
When he was a bat, he also transformed into a gorilla.
Fair enough. I haven't done much studies on vampires for obvious reasons.
Mhm.
But can I try to do a history check to see what their description is inside of...
Vampire death.
Yeah, you wouldn't know anything
This
about.
is all kind of new.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I know vampires are scarce as well.
Yeah, we found there was a keep where they were experimenting on vampires, trying to make them resistant to sunlight, fire.
Make them mutants.
Yeah. So it's
That could pose an issue.
Yeah. By the way, we did kill a bunch of vampires, Pavel. You'd be super proud of me. I used Sunbeam, but they weren't incredibly affected by the sun. Some of them were, right?
They were because it's a spell of attack. The attack attacked. It had its effect, but you would expect it to have multiple levels of damage based on the fact that it's a vampire. It didn't have any of that. However, ooh,
I'm pretty.
Do a history check.
Okay. Guidance.
Nope. This is just you
That's really
remembering.
strong, though, if there's like vampires that find a way to be resistant to radiant damage.
But they want
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
18.
It's at this moment you realize you'd missed something. Vampires, when they die, turn into mist.
Yeah.
And they go back to.
Doesn't mean they're dead.
No.
They just turn to mist, go off to their corpses, and then they reanimate themselves. You only finally do the last coup de grace if you do sunlight on them. Which is why there's 3 puddles of blood where you guys went to. You didn't fight 3.
Fought 5.
You fought 5.
It's 2 vampires.
2
out there.
vampires still alive.
No,
and they're-
we're here.
And they're around. You managed to get 3 of them, but mostly by accident.
Well, the clock's ticking.
So now you know they know you're
That
around.
we know. They know.
They know you know that they know that you know. And
So-
they know.
And I'm particularly not nice to vampires.
And that's they know we know where the farm is, so we're probably gonna send an ambush there. If anything,
That's
they'll
abandoned.
come with overwhelming
Oh.
force, or it's abandoned.
All those homeless people are dead now.
No, they escaped.
Yeah, what happened to the
They
sewer?
went. They went down to the
map.
sewers.
Why were you alone? What happened to Maeve?
Yeah, they got attacked.
So like,
Oh, Maeve is
What
with
happened
you.
to Obi?
Maeve was with you.
Which one's he?
Well, yeah, but
No, I thought
Chief
she
Rat.
She flew off.
Oh, she.
The guy picked
No, she's
the
with
wall.
the.
Yeah,
Griffin.
he's dead too.
So do you have your Griffin with you at this point?
Yeah.
So Maeve's with you. Maeve very lethargically says, "They found the rat den. They came. I think they killed Obi. You sent people to the rat's lair? They already know where that's at. You just killed them all."
well, let's go kill some more vampires. I get them in the sewer.
Just want to say, you guys are just doing fantastic in this sound. This is fantastic.
We really fucked Obi.
Well,
Alright, guys, we've spent enough time in Dogberry.
Pavel's no good, very bad day.
Wait, hold on. Did we not tell them to stay there and rebuild too?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and then
But we
vampires.
sent away the women and children, so
Yeah, that was really well done. If they hadn't, they would have been slaughtered. They're alive.
Alright.
I want to check the body of that vampire with his head blew up before we leave. Does
Missed.
he have that? No.
didn't leave anything.
No. The one that was all the way that I was following and got his head blown off. But
Turned to mist.
He was one of the ones that
Scratched your face.
Yeah. But then
So he's still alive too.
Was he the one that took the bow?
No.
he
One
has
of the other ones did.
Oh, okay.
Just checking. But then he
What is
turned
the
to
button?
he
Can I
turned to
identify
mist
it?
though, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he didn't really die then.
Yeah, from his point of view, he's not very happy, but he's not dead. There's no blood splat on the ground.
That was still around.
He's still around.
You can
He's just-
still kill him. Look at that.
You just don't know where he's at because he turned into mist and just floated away.
Can I
Pardon the
result cast identify on the bow? See what it does.
On the bow? Oh, it's not there.
I thought I had it.
You have the bow.
Yeah.
That's right.
The bow and his journals.
And the journal too.
Okay, so you want to look at those guys?
Yeah.
The bow is your dad's bow. You've seen this a million times.
Yeah.
You never really thought to yourself if there was anything special or magical about it, but you take a moment and you're like, well, there's nothing else to do. I'll just take a,
I mean, I
Little
would
picture
know
of
that
it.
he went into the scarred lanes with his bow.
He would never go without it.
Yeah, and it's fucking badass. So.
It's a oath bow.
What does that mean?
For the other ones that don't know what it
Means
means,
it's awesome.
Here, I'll
for the people who don't know about that, what could we explain?
What is that?
So what you find is, you knock an arrow to it. You whisper in Elvish, "Swift defeat to my enemies," and the target becomes a sworn enemy until it dies, or until 7 days later. Range attacks, advantage on the rolls. Whoever's using the bow, you have to attune to it.
And then you get advantage. It's like you put in like a mark. You
Mhm.
put an oath or a mark on a target. You get advantage
On them.
on attacks. On
You suffer no disadvantage on long range, and it takes an additional 3d6 piercing damage.
And it benefits from no cover.
Yep. So this bow is not just a, oh, this is just a little fun bow. Oh, this is a +3 bow. This is a,
Is it a short bow or
Legendary
long bow?
artifact.
it's a long bow.
So that's 300 feet, I think, right?
So only elves can use it then, right?
Nope. His dad's not an elf.
He knows Elvish, though.
What's interesting is that your mom and him must have combined their knowledge about everything to get him this bow specifically. That's why it's so powerful.
What is Maeve again? Monk? No.
Ranger.
Yeah. So I know this. I'd probably hand it to her.
Yep. So now, Maeve, you have an oath bow. I want to point that out.
That's
Pretty darn
all
awesome.
Maeve needs sworn enemies.
That's right.
But I will tell Maeve, if you misuse this, if you try to sell it,
Yeah.
if
Well-
you do anything that displeases me, I will make you very displeased.
Excellent. All right. Comes with a price.
I will send you through all 9 layers of hell. And then I create a little orb of my banishment to show her like what I can send her to.
Okay.
I don't cast banishment, but I'm just gonna like
Just
demonstrate.
Just,
Illusion, like,
yeah,
just
more or
want to
less,
point
yeah.
this out.
And, like, I swear.
I kind of like look at you, like, fuck with me.
You
She
can
is
go
like-
ahead.
I telepathically, I'll be like, shiz.
The bow's pretty cool, but no bad ideas. What are we gonna do now?
Do you read the notebooks?
Yeah, okay. All of them intently.
Secrecy.
Arrest here?
No,
Well,
not here.
Should we go to the back of the sewer?
Yeah.
We can literally just sleep wherever.
That's
Yeah,
true. I
true.
forgot.
But should we just see if those people
That's
are
so
gone
nice.
yet?
Being
Right.
rich
Try to
is so
send them
nice.
out, or what?
That's not even a rich.
I say we go back to the sewers and teleport those people to Shield Glare if we can, and take a rest in the mansion.
And hopefully some vampires show up so I can take them out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read the hell out of these books.
The first piece of information that you find that you think is interesting is that this is done not horrifically long time ago, but long enough, maybe like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And one of the interesting things is that there's a entry about party of 8 going into the Scarred Lands to look for something important.
I would assume almost instantly they died.
He tried to warn them and tell them not to do it, but they were determined, and they said they were getting paid really well, and he never saw them again. And then the other thing that you would see is that...
Say the names of the party members.
No, he just says party of 8.
Is one of them?
Are you in the room with me?
Sure.
So you find
Still
that...
have your friend with us, right? Or no?
Yeah.
she's still unconscious, but...
Probably.
Dragging her with
And then
us.
let's bring the fairy too.
Yeah, she's with you. Yes.
Fairy and my friend.
I got them slung over Atlas.
All right. So you do Dimension Mansion,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Marvelous Mansion.
All right, Marvelous Mansion it is.
Are the people in the sewers dead that we've tried to save?
Well, you have no idea. You're not down there.
No, that's where we're gonna go.
Yeah, we're gonna go down there.
Oh, you're gonna go down there to check it out?
Yeah.
They're all there. They're a little worried about the.
Thing.
70.
Send
Yeah.
them away.
Yeah, the.
Teleport them to Shield Glare.
All right.
Hey, Sophie, we got some more.
All right. Yeah, they're all with Sophie at this point. There is still Obi, who is the rat wizard,
I was gonna say, yeah.
pinned to
Is
the
he
wall.
alive? Can
Yeah.
I go?
Oh, it is dead. That dude is.
He's cold.
Wait,
He's cold.
no, I thought all of them went to.
No.
He stayed
Pull
behind.
off the
Just like a bunch of the
Oh,
soldiers
dumbass.
Yep, his body just clumps to the ground, and he is gone. The sword,
Like cast
Is now yours.
Revivified?
if you like.
Yeah, but is it?
Revivified is the
It's
last
It's just
part,
a
right?
+2 sword.
How long has it been?
long sword.
He was still alive when Darkshade left.
Yeah, that was his last moments.
Has it been an hour?
No, it's been a lot longer than that. Like, it's almost daytime at this point.
It took me 2 hours just to break out of my.
That's true. Oh, but he was still alive when you were leaving.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Barely.
Alright.
Just barely. All right,
We'll send Obi back with them. Like, take him to his
take the
people.
dead rat to his people. All right, so
So
you
you know
do
place
that.
of honor.
That's the leader.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, but we're waiting here in the sewers. There were other Ratkin spies that he had kind of called.
Yeah, to go off and do more research.
Okay.
None of them have come back, you can tell.
So then, yeah, let's take a rest and then go hunt down some more vampires. We still need to find the dang potions, or we're not going to go to the Scarred Lands.
Yep. All right, and at this point, this is where we'll call it quits for the evening.
Yeah, I'll sheath that sword on my.
Yeah, +2 longsword. All right,
Okay.
and we'll see everybody else next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, and hopefully we'll have our newly armed and quite upset Maeve back in town this next time. So we'll be happy to see that.
I ever advocate for
I
getting
think they
captured.
said he was going to be awesome.
And if not, he'll be back the week after.
Yes.
Can I also take his staff? Staff.
Oh,
Yeah, you can.
All this shit.
Look,
Sorry,
the
sorry,
car.
buddy. You're dead. You don't need it anymore.
On the second thought, I'm going to take a staff too. All right, we'll talk about what
No,
that
no,
staff
not
is
now
and
for
does later on.
That goes back to his people.
Take care.
It goes
Bracket
to my
staff.
main